Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com. Request your virtual quote and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express Walk-In Clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Good evening, everybody, from Archer Field at Southside High School. Welcome to week number 2 of the high school football season. Tonight, the Southside Archers host the Bruins of Northrop. I'm Jim Measel, along with Ryan Dellinger. Our cameraman, once again, is Dave Peterson. Welcome into the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show as we get ready for week 2 on a beautiful night for high school football in the Summit City. 75 degrees right now, partly sunny skies. Weatherman says no worries about precipitation. Temperatures should drop into the mid to upper 60s by the time we're done. So, again, a beautiful night for football. We luck out with the weather again, 2 straight weeks. I don't believe it. We got a couple of teams here, Ryan, that lost in week 1 last week. First off, the Northrop Bruins, they took their lumps against Homestead last Friday night.
They absolutely did. They got behind early and could just never catch up against a good Homestead team. In fact, they got blanked in that game against Homestead, who was looking to make a statement early in the season. I think a lot of people had high expectations for this Northrop team. We look out here, Jim. They've got a big group of kids, and not just by numbers, but some of the guys are pretty doggone big for Northrop. That offensive line is going to have some pretty good-sized kids on it this season. Coach Dorfler looking to have a breakout season here at Northrop, a 6A school who will now be down in 5A playing this next year. So our buddy Mike Mortensen there giving me a nice shoulder rub there, as he was one of our former announcers here on Summit City Sports. But Northrop will look to turn the corner today. The Southside Archers, they were in a game, Jim, well into the third quarter. Something Coach Norfleet talked about this week with me, that, it was one play that changed the game, and he said it was a fumble that turned out to be the thing that just changed the game for them, and they played well for those first 2.5 quarters. Then the wheels fell off, and Concordia kind of took it to them. And last week in the Summit Athletic Conference, it was feast or famine.
Yes. To say the least, it was lopsided week in the SAC. You had Dwenger beating Wayne 41-6. Carroll defeating Lourdes 42-0. The game that Ryan and I did, Snyder all over Northside 51-0. Concordia beat Southside 41-14. And Homestead defeated Northrop 43-6. So the closest margin of victory was the Concordia win over Southside. They only beat them by 27 points.
Yeah, that was the barn burner of last week here in conference play. But this week, totally different thing. We got some 2-0 teams taking on each other. We've got 2 games where both 0-1 teams are taking on each other. So some teams are going to have a loss this week, and some teams are going to have a win this week. The one thing we know is Northside takes on a very good Bishop Dwenger team tonight, and for Coach Brevard, it went from a tough game to a tough game.
Yes, as we mentioned last week, the Legends are running through that gauntlet here at the start of the season. Northrop beat Southside last year 28-0, but the series Over the last 3 decades, very close. In fact, over the last 30 years, the series is tied at 17 apiece. Well, once again, we welcome you to the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show. And tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260 Sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, and reliable. Acme Bar and Grill is currently located at 1105 East State Boulevard in Fort Wayne. Order your favorite pizza, pasta, salad, and more with all with the click of a button. Acme Bar and Grill accepts orders online for pickup. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Meal to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. The world is waiting for you to make a difference in a way that only you can. Discover your strengths at Indiana Wesleyan University's residential campus in Marion, Indiana. Visit indwes.edu. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Alisteca Mexican Restaurant has been serving consistent food since 1973. Their recipes use only the best fresh ingredients, family-owned. Alisteca prides themselves on great quality. For more information, go to alistecarestaurant.com. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. You can count on us to provide you with a system and solution that fits your unique needs. And again, our pregame show being brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Well, taking a look at some of the other action around the area tonight, of course, in the SAC, we kind of touched on this a little bit, Ryan. A good matchup as the Snyder Panthers, and they were very impressive last week, taking on the Carroll Chargers, a Carroll team that shut out Lures last Friday night.
Yeah, Lures team that we actually thought was going to be fairly decent after we saw them in their scrimmage, but things change in 1 week when it gets into the real thing. And the youngster Becker for Carroll, he was able to put together a pretty good game as just a sophomore out there, and he was able to hit some big targets on his way to a big game. Also ran well. He's very fast. I saw some of his highlights, and that guy can really move. His 2 older brothers were also very quick, track stars there at Carroll, but he had a nice night. But he's going up against a different animal tonight, and the Snyder Panthers, they absolutely dominated north side on both sides of the offensive line and defensive lines of scrimmage. We don't see that very often in conference when teams do that for an entire game, but Snyder did it last week. If they do that tonight against Carroll, which last year they avenged their regular season loss to Carroll, which was an absolute beatdown Carroll put on Snyder. Snyder showed them what they were made of, and if they do that again tonight and they control that line of scrimmage, get Lenny Bennett going, they'll be tough to beat. And they've got a little added incentive tonight there at Spooler Stadium. It's their first night on turf. Also, they're having an honor ceremony in honor of Coach Bush. Coach Bush has been there since 1971. He retired this past year, last year was his last year there at Snyder. And also going to retire Jesse Bates' number tonight as he's in there tonight to be honored by the Snyder Panthers. Carroll Snyder could be one of the highlight games of the week.
Homestead hosting Concordia this evening. Boy, the Spartans were very impressive in their win over Northrop, especially that defensive line. They just totally shut down the Bruins offense last week.
They sure did, and they just were consistent the whole game. If you watch it, they just stopped everything Northrop could do. I think they actually had Northrop at negative yards at one point in the game last week, and but they'll have a different beast this week. I'll tell you, Concordia looked good last week. Their quarterback looked very good. Brandon Davis, he was able to find his receivers Vandenbosch and Kindig and hit them for big plays. But on the other side, Homestead, boy, they've got some weapons. Archibald played well last week. You saw Hardwick have a good game for Homestead, their quarterback. Goody looked very good, very confident in the pocket. So that should be a very good game. And if you know one thing, it seems like Concordia always shows up to play Homestead.
Yeah, Goody is a goody. And as they say down south, he gives other teams a goody headache. We have Dwenger hosting Northside tonight as they dedicate Dwenger's brand new stadium.
Fields Field. That's the name of it, Fields Field. So I watched them. I drove by there like 3 times this week, Jim. They were moving very quickly. I heard yesterday they were still putting asphalt and cement down in the complex. So the one thing we know, Dwenger is very good. And the other thing we know is Northside still needs to grow.
Yes.
We saw that last week. They lost a little bit of poise in the second half and a beatdown by the Snyder Panthers. For Coach Brevard, I think getting through tonight healthy would be a goal of theirs, if you know what I mean, Jim.
Yes.
I don't know if they have the manpower to beat Dwenger, but getting through this week healthy and having some guys to go through that last stretch of the season would be huge for Northside, and they'll get help here in a couple weeks. Some of the transfers from Snyder will be eligible.
Interesting matchup at Lourdes Field as the Knights host the Wayne Generals. 2 teams smarting after week number 1.
Yeah, absolutely. We thought Wayne was going to be much improved, but Dwenger showed up, played stopped Fields, the running back, basically for Wayne, and that was all she wrote for the Wayne Generals. And they're playing Lures. Lures was a team we thought was going to be a little bit better. They have an undersized offensive and defensive line, but that should be an interesting game. My guess is that might be the highest scoring game of the night.
All right, other games around the area, still non-conference action for the other conferences in the Fort Wayne area. We have Eastside hosting Adams Central. Belmont is at South Adams. Jay County is at Huntington North. Manchester's at Bluffton. Norwell at Heritage. Southern Wells at Blackford. Woodland takes on Marion Local from Ohio. Angola is at Leo. Central Noble at Columbia City. In the battle for bragging rights in DeKalb County, it's ACD weekend in Auburn. You know, they got the auction going on. It used to be the cruise auction.
That's right.
It's DeKalb against Garrett. Both won last week. Mishawaka at East Noble. New Haven's at Mississinawa. Also, Cherubusco's at Lakeland. Fremont is at Lenroy Christian up in Michigan. And also Prairie Heights travels into Michigan to face Bronson. West Noble hosting Wawasee.
I know Belmont last week got beat pretty soundly. But is that a trap game for South Adams? So South Adams jumps to number 2 this week in the polls, and I believe that's 1A. Is that a trap game for them, Jim? Is there a chance that Belmont pulls off an upset down in Starfire country?
I still think South Adams can have enough firepower to win that game.
I agree with you, but sometimes reading your tea leaves can certainly change a team. We'll see for South Adams. The other game I find interesting on that schedule tonight is who went to play. I lost it there. Is it Angola goes to Leo? So right. Angola lost a heartbreaker last week to a much improved DeKalb team. They did some good things. They ran the ball well. They threw it around. It was a high-scoring game. Can Angola get back on track against a Leo team that spanked Woodland?
Yes, and the Lions are really good this year, and they're on their home field. So, yeah, we'll see if Angola can bounce back. That was a wild game at DeKalb last Friday night. The Barons winning 41-39 in a back-and-forth game. Well, why don't we take a break here as we get ready for tonight's game between Northrop and Southside on a beautiful night in Fort Wayne as the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show rolls along. Back with more in just a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad.
Back here at Archer Field as Southside gets ready to host Northrop for the Archers. One player you might want to watch on the interior line, number 50, Kyle Caldell, a young man you're familiar with there, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. He plays for me on my baseball team here at Southside. He's a big guy. I bet his body fat is about 2%. He's really committed to the weight room. He's put on some speed. He decided in this past summer to really go out and get his name seen throughout the Midwest here. He went to quite a few of the camps here in the Midwest. I know he went up to the Chicagoland Showcase and did a nice job up there. I know there's a few area schools. I know St. Francis is very interested in the big fella. A very good kid. He's coachable. He's a run stopper. We saw that on tape. So if he does a good job tonight against this Northrop offensive line, Southside will stay in the game.
All right, folks, why don't we take another break here? No, we're
the anthem.
Oh, okay. I beg your pardon. We're going to stay here for the anthem as the Southside band gets ready to perform our national anthem. All right, our national anthem performed by the Southside Archers Marching Band. And now we'll step aside for this last commercial break on the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show. Back with the opening kick in just a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com. Request your virtual quote and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport 1 Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every.
All right, we're ready to go here at Archer Field. About a minute or two before the scheduled 7 o'clock start, the officials say, let's get going.
They must know you're from out of town.
So Jory kicks it off for Northrop to the near side, and we are underway. And returning it across the 25 to the 26-yard line for Southside, as you can tell, the uniform numbers match the rest of the jersey.
I think that was number 24 on the return.
Yes, it was.
The Torrey Jones brings it up that left side, gets his team in good starting position for the Archers out around the 26-yard line.
Northside won the toss and decided to defer. Thus, they kicked off to Southside to start the game. Bruins will get the ball to start the second half. Demar Clark is the quarterback for the Archers. Last year, he passed for 631 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's the 5'11", 170 senior. And he starts under center. They hand it off to Manny Knight. And Knight goes off the right side, picks up a couple of yards to the 28-yard line. That'll bring up second down and 8. Nigel Robertson, we will be calling his name a lot tonight for the Bruins. He made the tackle, and he is a good one.
You see on the replay there that the Southside offense kind of went all over the place there, tried to break up the defense there of Northrop, but they'll have nothing as their linebackers come up and get in the hole.
No gain on that play, and Southside's going to be facing 3rd and 8. I believe Coach was the ball carrier there.
77 with another tackle for the Bruins.
Jordan Young, 6'2", 270 senior. So Southside facing 3rd down and 8 at their own 28-yard line, just underway at Archer Field. We've played just over a minute. Line the gain is to 36. Let's see if Clark puts it up here.
He'll be looking for his main target, Javarius Jones, on this play. Last week they connected for a touchdown.
Split out to the right is a receiver. Play action. Clark scrambles, throws, got a man for a first down to the 38-yard line. They needed 8 and got 10.
That was to the sophomore Trevor Hapner, the tight end. And that gives Southside a first down. And we'll take a quick look at that on the Traction AP replay here, Jim. A really nice fake there, and he rolls to his right. He stepped up a little bit in the pocket. And I think maybe Northrop was playing some zone defense on that. And that allowed Hapner to sit down on that hash mark over there and pick up a good first down for the Archers.
Bruins had a chance to get off the field on 3rd and 8. Couldn't get the job done. Now first down for the Archers. Look out, mix up in the backfield. Ball is on the ground. And a big pile up at the 27-yard line. It looks like Northrop has the football. They do have the football. Sebastian McCormick, who was inserted into the starting lineup tonight at strong safety, 5'9", 170 junior. He recovers the fumble, and Northrop is in business.
And they'll start right where the Bruins started this last drive at the 26-yard line. So the defense of Southside going to be tested here early as the Bruins come up to the line.
Well, you talk about a short field.
Yeah.
First down for the Bruins at the Archer 26. Dylan Hood is the quarterback. He's a senior, 5'11", 170 pounds. That's Jeremiah Green, number 5, in the backfield with him out of the pistol formation. Slot left, movement on the line before the snap, and flags down all over the place. The Bruins are acting like the Archers jumped off its side. Man in the white hat confirms that. And there's our first penalty of the night.
56, Maxwell Burney got a head start there and couldn't slow down, and that gives Northrop a free 5 yards.
That's known as now holding your water.
Yes, very true.
1st and 5 at the 21-yard line as Northrop got a free 5 yards there. 2 receivers on each side. Option look, and it's Green. And Green is going to be brought down very close to the first down. This depends on the spot. It looks like they're going to put him down at the 17. Yes.
Yeah, Burney on the tackle there. But that was a dangerous play. That pitch came just in time before the defensive end got there.
Oh, Ryan, they're going hurry up here.
Yep.
Second and a couple of feet, and that's a first down for Green and then some as he dances across the 15 to the 14-yard line. First down, Bruins.
Both teams trying to establish the run here early, Jim. I don't blame them last week. They couldn't get any of that going because they got down early. And tonight, both teams trying to get their running games going here early.
Now 3 receivers to the near side for the Bruins. 1 to the far side. Out of the pistol. And it's Green. Why not? The guy rushed the ball for over 800 yards last year. And that's a pretty good option when the offense is coming off a tough week like the Bruins had last week.
Sure is, and it's nice to have Green to give you an option to get in that middle of that defense. And here he just gets stacked up almost right at the line of scrimmage. A couple Archers right there.
So a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9 for Northrop at the Archer 13-yard line. Northrop trying to take advantage of an early Southside fumble. Play action. Hoot throws into the end zone and out of the end zone. Oh, look out. Oh, my goodness. That young man for Southside hit the play clock. He's all right. Oh, my goodness.
And the trainer's quickly out on the field to check on him.
I don't have a number. He's surrounded by trainers. And he's probably asking for the license plate of the truck that hit him right now.
No kidding, Jim.
Again, we cannot get a number, but he looks like he's got the wind knocked out, and that is Dylan Jackson, 5'10", 170 junior. And he looks to be all right. It looks like he's just, the way he's got his hands on his hips, that perhaps is a situation where he got the wind knocked out.
That had danger written all over it. Wow. I've never seen that. Most of the clocks are so high up or so far back, you can't run into them.
Or they have padding on them. Wow. Well.
And he just followed that ball all the way over there. We had a good angle on it here, Jim. We could see he had no idea that was coming either.
He's more upset than anything right now on the south side sideline. I think he wants to get back in there, but he has to come out here for a play. And it is Green bringing the ball up to about the 6-yard line. He'll be short of the first down. That'll bring up 4th down and about a yard for the Bruins. We're going to give Green 8 yards on that. Yep, they're in 4-down territory, and again they go hurry up, trying to catch the Southside defense off balance. And we have a whistle, and I do believe Southside will take a timeout here as Northrop's hurry up offense had that Archer defense back on their heels. So we'll step aside. 8:11 to go in the first quarter. No score. Back in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
We're back here at Archer Field out of the Southside timeout. 4th down, we'll call it 2 for the Northrop Bruins at the Archer 6.
Looks like the Archers are going to sell out here. They're showing blitz in both the A and the B gap.
Green off the right side.
Ooh, I don't know.
Well, that's going to be an interesting spot. I don't think he got it the way they're spotting the ball at the 5. Archer's defense says it's our ball. I saw one guy in a striped shirt say Southside ball. Now the guy in the white hat says Archer ball at the 5. Big stop for the Archers defensively.
Yeah, huge stop there. Couldn't tell if that was Bernie on the stop again. Watch this replay one more time. Green had an alley there and then just gets it shut down.
Yeah, it closed in a hurry.
That was 56 on the stop.
Indeed, Maxwell Burney,
yep.
5'10", 220 junior, defensive tackle. He filled that gap in a hurry. Archers have the ball back at their 5-yard line. And Green's pass on first down, dangerous. Incomplete. Or Clark, I'm sorry. Did I say Green? I meant to say Demir Clark, as Southside is wearing green jerseys.
He was looking for Javarius Jones. He thought it was going to be a stop route over there, but Jones kept on going on the fly route and just a miscommunication there.
Ridley was the closest guy to that ball here in the corner for Northrop.
Yeah, if he catches that, he'll walk into the end zone.
8:02 to go, first quarter, no score. Northrop had a great chance to get points on their opening possession. They got the ball deep in Southside territory, but they could not take advantage. Now it's up to the Bruin defense to get a stop deep in Archer territory. Clark in his own end zone. Look out.
Picked off.
Intercepted on the far side, and it's Ridley this time. He got his pick, and he's out of bounds. Inside the 10, inside the 5, at the 1.
He was looking for his tight end on this play. Hapner again, just too much on it. Overthrows him. It goes right into the hands of Ridley. And Northrop in business once again in the Parkview Sports Medicine red zone.
The ball will be spotted at the 1. I wonder if number 5 will get a touch here.
Yeah, I would say 3 or 4 would be my guess.
So another turnover for Southside. They're second in the first 4+ minutes. A fumble and an interception. Northrop +2 in that category in the early going.
Yeah, I think they've ran 6 plays and had 2 turnovers.
They're going to go with an I formation now. Green is the fullback. Cowan is the tailback.
Ooh.
Oh, mix up on the handoff. He fumbles the ball, and Southside got it back. Unbelievable.
What a hit, Joe. Did you see that? There was a little bit of a high snap here to the quarterback. You can see it. He bobbles it, runs into the running back, and then the running back gets smashed.
I do believe Hapner recovered the fumble.
I believe so.
Well, you know.
That was Bernie again with the big hit.
He's having a heck of a game.
He is, and Southside would like to get out of their own side of the field here.
It is the 30th of August. The season of giving is still 4 months away, but a little early Christmas action going on right now.
Some serious gifts being handed out by both teams.
Let's spot the ball to 2. First down for Southside, and the Archers have to burn another timeout. So we'll step aside with 7:19 to go in the first quarter. No score. Back in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get
Play back underway, and we have a penalty flag down. That's quarterback Demir Clark kept the ball in the option, and we're going to have a Southside penalty.
They call a hold on that? Looks like the defensive player got a pretty high tackle there on Clark, but I believe he was held before the play, and that'll march him back, what, a football length?
Yes, half the distance. It happened at the 2, and we're at the 1 now. Luckily for Southside, that holding penalty did not happen in the end zone, or else that would have been a safety and 2 points for Northrop. Well, this is the last minute or so has been interesting.
And they declined it.
They're going to take the down, Ryan.
It's probably a good idea down in that area. So Clark got him out to what, about the 4, maybe
yes,
almost the 5.
They spot the ball at the 5, so give them 4 yards in that last play.
Ooh, big hit.
Man, that was a big hit, and that is Mr. Robertson again delivering the wood. Whew. That was a pop.
Yeah, I think the running back there thought he had a lane to go through, but Robinson filled that hole awfully quickly here as we see this on the Traction AP replay. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, you know, 53 tends to play in a bad humor, doesn't he?
He does, very much so. Another third down and long for the Archers.
Yeah, do you pass it down here?
I think you run that same play you had before to Hapner. That little drag route underneath. He was open. It was just overthrown.
Line the gain is the 12. Clark will throw. Look out. He's got to protect the football now. And he is sacked at the 2-yard line. And in on the sack was Taquay White, a senior, 6'3", 210 pounds. And Southside will have to punt out of their own end zone.
Clark with not much time here. Wow, there's a rush coming from that left side right away. And it meant nothing he could do on that. And we've only got 5:57 to play here in this first quarter.
Vaughn Cruz dropping back deep to receive this punt for the Northrop Bruins. And the Bruins, unless they do something silly here, should get the ball with another short field. Southside a little bit disorganized here as they get set for the punt. Hapner is the punter, standing right in front of his goalpost. They throw a penalty flag before the snap. 5.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. No score here at Archer Field. And the three of the officials gather and talk things over. How's the golf game? Oh, fine, Fred. False start against the Archers. And that'll move him back about 6 inches.
You got to be a little... Hapner, I've never seen him actually kick a ball before, but I have seen him throw a baseball. He's got a pretty good arm, so they got to be worried about him at some point during the season. Hapner can throw the ball. He's a right fielder on our baseball team here.
He's going to have to get it off in a hurry. Good snap. He gets it off in a hurry. End over end. Cruz on the run. 30, 25, 20. Inside the 20. Drags some guys with him for about 3 or 4 yards. Excellent effort there by Vaughn Cruz, the 5'8", 170 senior, wearing number 4 for Northrop. And the Bruins are in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, they've been there already twice and haven't done anything with it. Let's see if the third time's a charm, Jim, as we get about 5 minutes, 14 seconds left in this first quarter. But we'll have, at halftime, we'll have scores during the Drive Kelly halftime show. Don't just come on back here. We'll have them all for you. Jim, he's got all the hookups on Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, follow us on Twitter at 260sports.
All right, here we go. First down at the 16-yard line, and it's Green. Flag comes in. That's going to come back. It looks like a hold on Northrop. Green is down at the 12-yard line. And the young man who ran into the play clock earlier, Dylan Jackson, made the tackle for Southside, but Northrop will be penalized here perhaps for a hold.
Yeah, they Caudell got through that defense to the offensive line, and as soon as he got one step, they reached out and grabbed him and just completely turned him around on the play. And, you know, that's another play that is a negative play. We've had a lot of negative plays here for both teams here early in this first half.
They mark it off in the spot of infraction, so put the ball back at the 22. That makes it 1st and 16. First penalty against Northrop. Lakeland has an early 8-0 lead over Cherubusco, one of the top teams in the state in 1A. So the Lakers with an early surprise. And it's Cowan, the ball carrier. Cowan picks up a couple of yards, brought down at the 20-yard line. And he was brought down by DeAndre Coach, a senior, 5'10", 225 pounds.
It was a good play there by the linebacker. He stepped up in the hole. He didn't get his feet all crossed up and just got down nice and low and made a tackle on Cowan. Cowan got a lot of play time last year for the Bruins as well.
Ball's at the 20, 2nd down and 14 for Northrop. No score, but the Bruins have had some great chances to get on the board. Here's a pass dropped at the 10-yard line. And boy, you don't see Pettis do that very often.
Got some alligator arms on that one, didn't he, Jim? That ball was coming right to him, had nobody around. Might have heard the footsteps coming from the safety back there.
Of course, Pettis is an outstanding basketball player for Northrop.
Very good power forward on the Bruins basketball team.
3rd and 14 now for Northrop at the south side 20.
You go right back to that same play, Jim? I think I would.
Well, the line, the gain is the 6. Man in motion from the nearest side, that's Fincher. And there's a pass. They try to set up a bubble screen, it looks like, Ryan, and the pass was dropped Another drop ball by a Bruin receiver, and it's 4th down.
I don't even know if I'd punt here, Jim.
They do have an excellent place kicker, Tarek Bajoric. He was 27 of 29 on PATs last year, and he's out there to try a field goal. Yep, this would be 38 yards. Hoot is holding the quarterback, so be aware of a fake if you're south side. Bajoric trying to put the Bruins on the board and give them the lead here with just over 4 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Oh, that's got the
It's
legs.
got distance, and it is no good.
It had to be wide left, huh?
Well, he had plenty of distance, but wide left, and the Archers get another stop defensively in the red zone. That's 3 of them now.
So Southside now will start on their own 20. That's a gift. That's as good. They're happy with that. They're out of inside their own 10 for the first time in about 7 minutes?
Since the opening possession.
Yeah.
4:07 to go in the first quarter. Still no score here at Archer Field. Northrop has had golden opportunities, 3 of them, and nothing to show for it. First down for the Archers at their own 20-yard line. Clark out of the shotgun now, double wing formation, option look.
Good stiff arm, 2 stiff arm.
And a fumble, ball goes out of bounds. Check that, that was Lattimore, the backup quarterback, Jalen Lattimore.
The transfer from Snyder.
And he is stopped for no gain. Cruz in on the tackle for Northrop. No gain, 2nd down and 10 now for Southside at their own 20-yard line.
Well, I'm here to tell you, South Adams is not in any type of trap game. They already lead 14-0.
So much for that.
Yeah.
And you can do, it's. By the way, that Cherubusco-Lakeland game is in the LaGrange. We were there, what was it, last year or 2 years ago for a playoff game?
It was a little chilly that night and wet.
It's all right. We were treated well. 2nd down and 10 and nothing doing. And that was Jordan Young stuffing that play up. Number 77 for Northrop. Ball carrier was Manny Knight. By the way, on the south side roster, and UIU fans will like this, you got a Knight and you have an Alford.
Early score. Carroll leads Snyder 7-0. Thank you.
Loss of 1, 3rd down and 11 now for the Southside Archers at their own 19-yard line. 3:23 to go in the opening quarter. No score. Line the gain is the 30. And they're out of the shotgun. Lattimore at quarterback. And he's going to be brought down at the 10-yard line. A sack and a loss of 9 yards. And there's number 53, Nigel Robertson, for Northrop with the sack. A loss of 9.
I don't know if Clark's hurt or not, but Lattimore's in there, and he had nowhere to go on that play. Everything just got strung out, and nothing he could do. Lures and Wayne tied it. Lures 7, Wayne 6 in the first.
Well, again, Hapner has to punt deep in his territory, although it's not as bad as before when he was backed up to the goalpost. Vaughn Cruz back deep for Northrop. Good snap. Punt is out of there. Cruz, a wobbly kick, will let it go. Boy, a south side bounce. A big Archer bounce of at least 15 yards. It rolls dead at the 43-yard line, and that will help Trevor Hapner's punting average there. That was a 47-yard punt for Hapner. No return. That flips the field position around. Northrop starts at their own 43 with 2:22 to go in the first quarter. Northrop with 3 trips in the red zone following a couple of turnovers, but nothing to show for it. Archer defense stout here in the opening quarter.
And I believe they brought in another quarterback, at number 12.
They've gone to Issa Tachuri. He's a senior, 6'3", 185 pounds, and he keeps the ball in the option. And he's off to the races down the far side. Tachuri inside the south side at 30. Out of bounds and around the 28-yard line, it looks like. They're going to spot him out before that. They're going to put him down at the 31. Still a nice run for Tachuri.
He got popped right at the end of that play. Wow.
26-yard pickup, and that's the biggest offensive play of the night for Northrop. So both starting quarterbacks replaced here.
So many turnovers early.
3 receivers on this side, 1 to the left. Cowan has the football now. He's got a first down, breaks a couple tackles. Look out to the 10.
Oh.
Look at that. Out of bounds. My goodness, was that some hard running by Demarius Cowan.
Well, that was a little...
Get out of my way.
AP, Adrian Peterson running there.
Get off of me.
Bam! Puts a big hit right on that safety. In the red zone again.
It's inside the 10 at the 7. 2 plays. They have moved from the 43 down to the south side 7. 2:05 to go in the first quarter. Again, Northrop in the red zone. 4th time tonight. He may be checking off here. I noticed Tachuri look over towards the Northrop bench. 3 receivers to the right. Option look. Cowan takes the pitch around the right end. He gets the corner. Can he get the pylon? No. He is stopped at the 1, but still a pickup of 6 yards.
Another nice play there. That was a dangerous pitch, but this quarterback has come in and lit up the offense now give him a little bit of motivation here. Snyder ties up the game with Carroll 7-7 in the first quarter. I believe there's about a minute 45 to go in the first quarter out there at Spooler.
Here at Archer Field with just under 2 minutes to play, we have an official timeout before the snap.
Got some other scores for you at the end of 1. It is DeKalb and Garrett tied at 7. At the end of 1 quarter, Leo leads Angola 14-0. And I think Norwell's up 7-0.
Over Heritage. All right, Northrop knocking on the door again. And it's Cowan. He fumbled the ball!
Picked up at the goal line.
Look out! This could be 100 yards the other way. 50, 40.
Can he outrun him?
That's Dylan Jackson, I do believe. Give that man 6 points.
100-yard fumble return for the Archers.
There is a penalty flag down at midfield. That may be for naught. We have seen some wackiness here in this first quarter. We've had players running into play clocks. We've had turnovers. We've had both starting quarterbacks removed for backups. And now a fumble at the goal line. And the question is, did Cowan break the plane before the fumble? Did he break the plane of the goal line before the fumble? All he has to do is break the plane. Once he breaks the plane, it's over. The play's over if he has possession of the football. The penalty flag was thrown at the 47-yard line.
Taking a look again at this replay here. Did you catch the number on the... Wow, they're going to mark him at, what, the 3-4 yard line? So how does that work, Jim?
You know, your guess is as good as mine right now because there is still that penalty. Okay, here we go. Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on south side. It's a dead ball foul, and the touchdown counts.
All right, so once again, Jim, who scored the touchdown if you caught it there?
I thought it was Dylan Jackson, but again, with these dark green numbers on the gray jerseys, it's somewhat hard to pick out. We'll have to check with the folks here in the press box to confirm that. But bottom line, Southside has the lead on a 100-yard fumble return
by Dylan Jackson. Wow.
We're saying right now it was Dylan Jackson. If that's the case, that's the young man who hit the play clock earlier. Southside will go for 2 on this conversion. Lattimore is under center. He sneaks it up the middle, drives the pile. Did he get in? And yes, give that man 2 points. It's Southside 8, Northrop nothing. with 1:39 to go in the first quarter. We'll step aside. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
All right, here's the deal. Because of that penalty on Southside, the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which was called after the play was over, a dead ball foul, it's enforced on the ensuing kickoff. So that means Southside will be kicking from their own 25-yard line. It is confirmed it was Dylan Jackson who scooped up a fumble at the goal line and went the other way with it. 100 yards for a Southside touchdown. Lattimore tacked on the PAT. It's 8-0 Southside. 1:39 to go in the first quarter. There's the kickoff. It's short, and it's taken by one of the up men for Northrop. That's
35.
Antoine Scott. Antoine Scott is still going. He's into Archer territory.
Jeez.
He winds up on the track over there on the far side. By the way, this is a beautiful facility here at Archer Field. They have a lot of big track meets here in the springtime.
Yeah, they have the 4x4 state champions here at Southside. This past fall or spring, they won the state championship.
Well, Ryan, Northrop's got to be wondering, what do we got to do to get the ball into the end zone here? This is unbelievable.
Every time they get something good going, it just gets shut down.
Tachari, he fumbles the snap.
And it's picked up by the Archers again.
I don't believe this. It's recovered by Maxwell Burney.
And we'll look at it on the traction AP. We'll just see if the handoffs are going bad for Northrop here as the quarterback will get the snap. Oh, no, he just dropped it. He turned to give the ball to the running back, Jim, and it hit the turf. 3
fumbles for Northrop. A fumble and an interception for Southside. The two teams combining for 5 turnovers in this opening quarter. Well, it's been exciting. Hasn't been brilliant, but it's been exciting.
Sure has. East Side, and are they playing Adams Central tonight?
Yes, they are.
Tied at 7.
That's a good matchup there. Blazers.
I believe we're the only game in the country not at the end of the first quarter at this point.
Yeah, we may be here for a while. Archers keep it on the ground. A sweep to the near side, and the ball carrier, number 21. And he's not on the 2 deep, so we got to go to the roster here. That's Andrew Moore Jr. He's listed as a defensive end. Obviously, he can run with the football. Moore got a yard.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get the corner there, but I got strung out. Nicely done there by the defensive end of Northrop. And just a short 1-yard gain, but we see Clark is back in there for the Archers.
So they put Lattimore in there to give that Northrop defense a different look. It's Moore again. He's got some good blocking off the right side. He's close to a first down. This will depend on the spot. Looks like he's going to be put down maybe about a foot shy. Just across the 50, short of the 49-yard line. Moore running hard behind the line.
Yeah, they did not give him the first down. Another score update. The New Haven Bulldogs leading Mississinawa 7-0. The team that put a beating on them in the sectional last year.
3rd and about a foot. Quarterback calls his own number, and that pile moving again. You got some green shirts pushing the white shirts back there. And Clark got 2 yards and a first down for Southside.
Good play, good series now. Good rhythm going by the offensive line of the Southside Archers. and they give themselves a chance to control the clock here. That's probably it for this first quarter, Jim. Quick score update. Lures over Wayne, 10-6.
And the Archers are in no hurry. It looks like they're just going to let the clock run out. They will. First quarter comes to an end. And the Southside Archers trying to end an 11-game losing streak with an 8-0 lead over Northrop after one. Back with more in a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2000.
Back here at Archer Field, Jim Measle, Ryan Dellinger, cameraman Dave Peterson. We start the second quarter. Southside leading Northrop 8-0. We change ends of the field. And on first down, here is Clark wanting it all, and he overthrows his intended receiver down here on the near side.
Javarius Jones.
It was Jones.
Little stop and go with. Unfortunately, the only thing is when he stopped and he pumped, the safety rolled over to that side of the field, and that was a dangerous pass either way, Jim. If he throws that inside that hash over there, it potentially could have got picked off by the safety. And he wisely, I think, pretty much aired that out because so the only person that could catch it would be Jones.
Clark comes over, gets the play from the coaching staff. Second down and 10 for Southside at the Northrop 47. They'll go with two receivers on this side. A slot here on the near side. Oh, a missed handoff. Ball is still loose. And Northrop appears to have it. They do. And that's 6 turnovers combined in this game. Jalen Stark, 6 foot, 225 senior. He's a nose tackle. He doesn't touch the ball very often, but he did there.
Wow. Just sloppy play. And what's crazy is it's not even wet out.
No.
We got good conditions.
I tell you, coaches Dorfler and Norfleet they're going to be harping on the turnovers and the mistakes at halftime. I can guarantee you that, boy. All right, 2 receivers on each side. Put back in a quarterback option look. Green. Green's got some blocking, and he's got a first down inside the Southside 35-yard line. They will spot him down at the 35. Dylan Jackson, who returned a fumble, 100 yards for the only touchdown of this game, made the stop. Ball is at the Southside 35. We have 11:29 to go until halftime. Archers on top, 8-0. 2 receivers on each side. And there goes Green again. Big hole up the middle. Across the 30, down to the 28-yard line for a pickup of 7. Slow to get up after the tackle. Oh, we got a shaken up Southside player holding his left arm as he comes here to the near side.
That's called L.
Well, that's a huge loss for Southside. So he will be attended to. Holding that left arm down by his side as he came off. Second down and 3 at the 28-yard line for the Northrop Bruins. Play act, or rather a fake handoff, and Hoot keeps it off the right side. He's got a first down inside the 25-yard line. Northrop had 4 trips to the red zone in the first quarter, 2 times inside the 5, and they came away with nothing.
This time, though, they get a first down. They got a little rhythm going for sure.
Northrop's got a huge edge in the stats.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I had another score for you, but I went away there. Oh, in a big game, the East Noble Knights lead Mishawaka 7-0. East Noble was left for dead last week, and they came. It must have been a penalty at the end of that one, Jim.
This appears to be a penalty against Southside. Half the distance, puts the ball to 12. I did not see a signal. I'm sorry, folks.
Luke Goody to Griffin Little for Homestead. They lead 7-0 over Concordia.
And now we get a whistle, and they want to reset the play clock. All right.
DeWanger leads Northside just 7-0 after one.
Well, Northrop again in the red zone. Southside showing blitz. Option look again.
Oh, there's a hold. Yeah.
That's going to come back. Green, the ball carrier, dropped, and nice sportsmanship there between him and Lorenzo Leisure as they tapped each other on the helmet afterwards. But Northrop would be penalized here. 10:29 to go in the first half. Southside on top, 8-0 here at Archer Field. Week number 2. Holding on the Bruins.
Penalties and turnovers been the story of this first half.
Unofficially, we got Northrop with 95 yards on the ground, 0 yards in the air. The ball is at the 18. We'll call it 1st and 17 for the Bruins. And here is Hoot throwing. He's got a man at the 12. No, they say that's incomplete.
Oh.
Pettis,
Wow.
the intended receiver, they say he did not have control of the football, and it's an incomplete pass.
That was close.
Very close. He almost made the catch and a football move, but the guy in the striped shirt had the best view of any of us. Said that's an incomplete pass. And that was a break for Northrop, perhaps. 6 turnovers in this game, 3 for each team. 2nd down and 17 from the 18-yard line. Option look.
Reverse.
And it's a reverse. Fincher's got running room. Inside the 10, inside the 5, looking for the goal line. Did he get in? The Bruins think he got in, and now the guy in the striped shirt says, give that man 6 points. Touchdown, Bruins. Elijah Fincher from 18 yards out.
Wow, we were all fooled on that one on the reverse. Now let's see, will they go for 2 or will they just try to kick the extra point? It looks like they're going to try and kick that extra point.
Well, Bajoric is pretty much automatic on PATs. We mentioned earlier, 27 of 29 last year on extra points. Remember now, Hoot's holding the quarterback. Low snap, look out. Covered up by Southside, so that conversion is no good. Time out of the field, new score on the board. Southside 8, Northrop 6. Back in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Jones and Alford back deep for the Archers.
All right, we wait the kickoff following the Northrop touchdown. And here's the boot by Bajoric. It's a line drive. That's going to be hard to handle. It's going to squirt into the end zone for a touchback. If that was baseball, that would have been a gapper, and that would have been a double. 2:03 to go in the first half. 8-6, Southside leading Northrop. Again, it's been a game in which the two teams have had trouble handling the football.
I mean, what are they going to do when it actually turns to fall and almost a winter here in Northeast Indiana? Honestly, Jim, we've been blessed with beautiful weather these first 2 weeks.
We've had recent seasons where the weatherman has not cooperated. Well, Lattimore back in the game at quarterback. Looks like it's going to be Clark and Lattimore sharing the quarterback duties tonight for Southside.
And there's a late player getting on the field.
Quarterback keeps the ball and pays the price. Only about a 1-yard gain.
Illegal substitution on the Archers.
Just 1 yard in the play. Let's see if Northrop declines the penalty and takes the down. That stops the clock with 9:57 to go in the first half. 8-6 lead for Northrop, or for Southside over Northrop. Homestead 14-0 over Concordia. Carroll and Snyder tied at 7. Dwenger leads Northside 7-0, and Lourdes over Wayne 10-6 out of town.
Big game down in Indy tonight. I didn't even know they were playing, but you've got New Palestine taking on Center Grove tonight, and those are some heavyweights down in the Indianapolis area.
That's 5 penalties now on Southside for 38 yards as Northrop decides to take the penalty. So first down and 15 for the Archers at their own 15. Archers on top, 8-6. Their only touchdown from the defense. Dylan Jackson with a 100-yard fumble return. Lattimore, low snap, and they'll keep it on the ground. Ball carrier is Manny Knight. He got a couple of yards to the 17.
I'll tell you, Manny Knight, if he can get beyond those linebackers, he's got some wheels. His first step is quick.
Well, you know, it's a revamped offense for Southside this year, as Coach Norfleet revamping his staff. Some new philosophies, a brand new offense.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a new guy came over, a longtime Dwenger coach now on his sideline here, trying to help him get this running game rolling.
Play clock's down to 4. They better hurry. 3-2. They get the play off in time on 2nd and 13. Lattimore stays alive somehow. Carries the football for a decent gain out to the 24-yard line. Boy, he got hit and got away. Showed some strength there.
Yeah, he rolled over to his left, almost has the ball stripped away. Comes back now the other direction. Picks up one block and that picked up about 5 yards.
Tachari had to make the tackle for Northrop. So third and manageable thanks to that play by Lattimore. Third down and 6 now.
I don't believe Lattimore's the thrower that Clark is. You can tell Clark feels comfortable back there throwing the ball around. I'm not sure when the last time in a timeout on the field again, Jim.
Yeah, Southside was late getting out of the huddle. Play clock was down to 3, and the Archers are forced to burn another timeout. So why don't we step aside? 8-6 Archers. Back in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
Welcome back, everybody, out of the Archers timeout. Whistle sound as the ball is snapped. False start on Southside, and that's their 6th penalty for 43 yards. Archers are out of timeouts now. No more timeouts for Southside this half. And following this penalty, they will be facing 3rd down and 11 from their own 19-yard line. Line the gain is to 30.
I mean, they had a chance there, Jim. They had a manageable 3rd down, and a bad penalty pushes them back. It feels like Southside has really gone in reverse for most of this first half. Fumble.
Another fumble snap. Latimer has to throw it away, and that play will be losing yardage. That's a 4-yard loss. And that play was disaster from the get-go. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage made by number 7, Skylar Fan, a senior for Northrop. And a loss of 3.
He was throwing that to his tight end, Hapner, but nothing there on that play. And now Hapner will have to kick, well, this time not in his end zone.
Vaughn Cruz back deep for Northrop. Hapner has a 47-yard punt tonight.
Not much wind now. They better snap it or they're going to get another penalty.
2-1, they get it off in time. Here it comes. And nearly a block, and there's another big bounce for the Archers. Look at this. It's going to roll dead at the Northrop 26-yard line. So Hapner with a punt of 34, 44, 54, 58 yards.
Wow. You know what? He's been their biggest weapon.
He's flipped the field position over twice now.
So the sophomore doing a nice job kicking the ball back there.
How is he on the squeeze punt?
Not so much, Jim.
Oh, okay.
He bats in that 3-4 range in our line. He actually batted 5th as a freshman in our lineup last year and did a great job as a young man. One thing he does really good, he can read a ball in the outfield, which you desperately need in high school.
So Northrop, following that big punt by Hapner, has to start at their own 26-yard line. Northrop trails 8-6, and here's a deep pass
Wide
for
open.
Hood. Got a man at midfield.
He was out of bounds.
Out of bounds, ran out of real estate.
That wasn't even a stop and go. That was just a straight fly pattern there by the wide receiver. I'm not sure who was fooled on the defensive side, whether it was the corner or the safety, or if one guy thought we were in man and the other guy thought we were in zone. But he was wide open. You think they'll go right back to that play?
Yeah, this time keep it in bounds. 3 receivers on this side. Bruins run it for a couple of yards as Green carried the ball. That'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
Archer player coming up limping here at the end of this play. I think it was Reed with the tackle.
Is Caudell back in the game? He came out earlier.
No, I haven't seen him. I think he's still down here.
So the ball is at the 27, we'll call it. Line the gains to 36. 3rd down and 9. And Hoot will throw. He's got time. And his pass is nearly intercepted.
Oh, almost.
Pass intended for Sewell. And that one was thrown into a crowd.
Yeah, he just goes on a straight drop out of this pistol formation. 3 steps, looks, fires. And just didn't throw it in front of his receiver. He threw it behind him, Jim, and that almost led to another turnover. Southside having problems getting people on the field.
Tarek Bajoric will be punting for Northrop. I do believe this is the Bruins' first punt tonight.
And you know what? I don't believe South has 11 on the field.
High snap. Bajoric pulls it down and shanks it, and it's taken by one of the up men on the fly.
Nice.
And brought down immediately at the 40-yard line. So Southside, out of all that, gets decent field position.
Yeah.
That was Jones who took that punt on the fly, that short punt, and got a couple of yards. And the Archers start at the Northrop 40-yard line. I tell you what, we have seen some silliness out here in the first half.
Yeah, so you have one outfielder in Hapner and our center fielder in Jones. Both with good hands here in the first half.
8-6, Southside with the ball and the lead. They started the Northrop 40-yard line, and the kicking game has definitely flipped the field here for the Archers. It wasn't too long ago they were deep in their own territory. Here's a pass. They set up a bubble screen.
Whoa.
It's Jones. What a move. Jones fumbles the ball. After being hit, they say he was down, though. They say the receiver was down. At the 35-yard line, that will remain Archer ball.
So good play to Jones here, just on a quick pass to the outside. And that defensive, I believe that was a linebacker on him, needs to tie up his shoes because Jones faked him out on that play.
Clark is back in at quarterback. So again, Clark and Lattimore have been exchanging the duties at quarterback here over the last quarter or so.
They better get up there. This is going to be a delay of game.
5.5 minutes to play in the first half. Again, the Archers are out of timeout, so they can't dilly-dally in that huddle. Play clock's at 4, at 3, at 2. They get it off in time.
Same play.
Yep, they set up the bubble screen again, and Jones is brought down at the 32-yard line. Again, the ball came out, but it's almost like a replay of the last play. The official said he's down right here. 3 yards in that pickup.
Javarius Jones with back-to-back plays. He's going to get a break here. Probably deserves it. 2 tough plays. 3rd and short here. This is a big down for Northrop, or for the Southside Archers.
You would think at the 32-yard line they're in 4-down territory.
Yeah, because I don't think their kicking game has the leg enough to make it from anywhere. Maybe, well, we didn't even go for a PAT.
2 receivers on this side. Quarterback calls his own number.
It's going to be
Clark
close.
Did not get there. He is going to be about 2 feet shy. So that brings up 4th down, Ryan.
The hard thing for South is, now that they have 4th down, they can't use a timeout to set up a play because they're out. You know what? You were talking about Caudell. He's in street clothes.
Oh, that's not good. That's too bad.
Yeah, he's got the pads off, everything.
Again, he came off with his left arm on his left side, and Lattimore, the quarterback now, and Lattimore still fighting for yardage. He got the 1st down. Well, you got to like that, you know. I don't care what jersey the kid is wearing. You see an effort like that, you got to love it. 1st down, Archers.
That was a nice play. They took the quarterback out, snuck in Lattimore, and a very powerful young man. He'll be a great addition for Coach Foster's basketball team this year. He was a starter at Snyder for most of the year last year before he transferred here to South. So a good addition to the basketball team. I believe Clark has, no, they'll keep Lattimore in there, won't they?
Yep, now they're exchanging quarterbacks on possessions. Lattimore in some trouble, gets out of pressure, keeps the football, fumbles the ball, didn't put it away. Fumble recovered by Cruz, and Cruz returns the loose hawk bladder all the way back to the Northrop 37-yard line, and that is turnover number 4 by Southside. 3 fumbles and an interception.
Yeah, that ball was knocked out from behind by one of the linebackers. Cruz picks it up, and Northrop's back in business. This time it looks like where they're going to start at about their own 37.
37-yard line. You got to take care of the football. Lakeland 16-8 over Cherubusco in the second quarter. There you go.
This is Northrop's 8th possession already.
And they have 1 touchdown to show for it. 1st down at the 37. And Hoot calls his own number and has 9 yards. He'll be short of the 1st down by about a yard. 2nd down and 1 now for Northrop. The Bruins have all 3 of their timeouts left. Clock shows 3:26 to go in the first half. And it stopped for some reason.
He ran out of bounds.
Okay, that's the reason.
At halftime, Leo clobbering Angola 26-0.
Second down and 1. And it's Cowan busting through for a 1st down with lots to spare down the far side, out of bounds at the 35-yard line, a gain of 18 yards.
I wonder if that Southside defense may be getting a little tired here. They've lost one of their interior linemen, so they're having to rotate people in there as Cowan picks up some big yardage for the Bruins.
And the Bruins have the ball at the Archer 35. First down for Northrop. They trail 8-0. Two receivers to the right, one to the near side. Option look, and there goes Cowan. He's got the corner, and he picks up about 5 yards before he's knocked out of bounds, which will stop the clock. They're going to put him down at the 31, so give him 4 yards.
Yeah, I'm not sure Coach Dorfler wants them to go out of bounds on these plays. They have all their timeouts left.
All the Bruins' offensive yardage has been on the ground tonight.
I'm sure they have outgained the Archers 3-1 would be my guess.
I've got the Bruins right now with 128 yards in the ground. Second down and 6. Here's a pass by Hoot. And now they got some passing yardage. And it's caught by Sewell for a gain of 3.
So a positive play for the Bruins again. The ball a little bit late getting to the receiver, but he was able to hold on to it as the defensive back came up and made the play for the Archers. And that clock continues to tick.
Northrop controls the clock. They have all 3 timeouts left. The Archers are out of timeouts. 2:43 to go until halftime. 8-6 favor Southside, but Northrop has a nice drive going here. Hoot on the option to Green. Green is going to be dropped for a loss. And that was a fine play defensively.
23, Chapman, I believe.
Chapman, well, he's not listed on the program here, so Chapman made the tackle for Southside. 4th down and 8 for the Bruins. Line the gain is to 25. Obviously, they'll go for it here. 2 receivers on each side. Hoot to the air. Hoot sets up a screen. It's Green. Breaks 1 tackle, but he's going to be stopped at the 32-yard line, and Southside will take over on downs at their own 31.
They have no timeouts, Jim, and they've got to be able to get down the field in 1:51. We'll see if they just go very conservative here and just try to milk this clock and get into halftime. Both teams are going to go in and find the bottle to stick them and put them on their gloves.
And some angry coaches, too.
That's right. At, let's see, 2:09 left in the first half. Concordia trails Homestead 21-0.
The Spartans are loaded, boy. 1:51 to go until halftime. And Clark back in the ball game.
Nice pass.
Finds the receiver out to midfield into Northrop territory. Well, so much for sitting on the ball. That's a gain of 23 yards. And the Archers showing some spunk.
Bigger thing is that stopped the clock because it was a first down, and now they got to get right up to the line and be ready to go here. That receiver just ran into the zone and just stopped, and Clark with a perfect pass right to him.
Alford with the catch for 23 yards. First down to the Northrop 46. Clark, whoop, throws, and it's dropped.
And here comes a personal foul, I believe, on number 77 of Northrop. He absolutely laid out number 57, even knocked the helmet off. That's Devin Hubbard with his helmet off there. Man, I wouldn't be shocked if somebody gets ejected on this play. A quick score update with 2:04 left in the first half. It's Lakeland leading Cherubusco 22-16. Columbia City leads Central Noble 21-0. Snyder and Carroll tied at 7. Wait, they called that against Southside?
The guy in the white hat says Southside.
Are we sure he pointed the right way?
Hang on. He may have been pointing the wrong way here.
No, they are saying it was on South.
Dead ball, personal foul, Southside. That's it.
Wow.
Loss of 15 yards.
I mean, that was a huge hit right there. 77 hit Hubbard. I don't know if they threw that flag before that all that ended there or what.
Well, we were watching the play. and we didn't see that stuff behind the play. But it's a big penalty against the Archers, and that's their 7th penalty for 58 yards. Here's Clark in some trouble. He's going to throw, and it's incomplete. Too low at midfield for his intended receiver. And Jones was the intended receiver. And now the Archers face 2nd and 25 from their own 39-yard line. 1:19 to go until halftime. Archers on top, 8-6.
Well, the Drive Kelly Chevrolet halftime show coming up, and we think about 2 minutes from now. Lots of scores from around the area. Some games that are really tight. Snyder and Carroll tied at 7 at half.
That's halftime now.
Yeah.
3rd down. Well, the down box says 3rd down. The scoreboard says 2nd down. Here's Clark keeping the football. He's out to the 48-yard line. He picks up 13 yards on that play.
I think Northrop used one of their timeouts. Nope, we have a helmet off.
So, the young man with a helmet off has to come off for one play. And now Northrop will take a timeout. So we'll step aside with 1:08 to go in the first half. 8-6 favor Southside. Back in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what.
So on 4th and 12, here's the punt by Hapner, end over end, and it's a good one. Inside the 25, inside the 20, hits an Archer player at about the 16-yard line. So that's where Northrop will get the ball back. Exactly 1 minute to play until halftime. Southside again trying to end a lengthy losing streak. 11-game skid, and they have an 8-6 lead over Northrop. The scores, a 100-yard fumble return by Dylan Jackson for Southside, and Elijah Fincher with an 18-yard touchdown scamper for Northrop.
And at the end of the game, we always give out a Parkview Sports Medicine Player of a Game award, and at this point, I got to say it's Hapner for Southside, the punter.
Definitely.
He's flipped the field every time he's had to punt. And they're not beautiful, by the way.
But effective.
Yes.
Kind of like those Lee Trevino T drives, right?
That's right.
3 receivers to the right. Northrop gets the ball to start the second half. They'll run it. This is Green looking for running room. Not a whole lot there. Nice job by the Archers defensively staying home. And Green was held to only 1 yard. Coach in on the tackle for Southside, and Northrop does not look to be in much of a hurry. Again, they will get the ball to start the second half, since they won the toss and deferred. And we'll have one more play, and I think that's going to do it for the half.
Yeah, and we're going to have a special guest at halftime. The athletic director is going to come up, and we're going to do a quick interview with him, Jim. Torrey Curry.
It is Green.
Ooh, he almost fumbled.
Bringing the ball out to the 25-yard line for a pickup of 7 yards. That gives him 43 yards on 10 carries. And that will be the last play of the first half. The two teams will head to the locker rooms. And at the half here at Archer Field, your score: the Southside Archers 8, the Northrop Bruins 6. We're back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field. dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it. Certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com. Request your virtual quote and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport 1 Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting me up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Archer Field. We're at halftime, and welcome into the Drive Kelly halftime report. Southside Archers trying to end an 11-game losing streak, leading the Northrop Bruins 8-6. Again, the scoring plays for the Archers. Dylan Jackson with a 100-yard fumble return with 1:39 to go in the first quarter. Jalen Latimer tacked on the two-point conversion, and that's the difference in the game right now. Northrop's only touchdown came with 10:03 to go in the half as Elijah Fincher took a end around and went 18 yards for the score. The conversion failed on a bad snap, and that's it for the scoring. 8-6 Southside over Northrop here at halftime, Ryan.
Just a sloppy game. We know we had 7 turnovers in the first half. If these two teams can clean it up, I think we'll have some more scoring here in the second half. But you've got a full scoreboard for us.
Yes, indeed, around the SAC halftime. Snyder and Carroll tied at 7. Last we heard, Homestead was leading Concordia 21-0. The last score we had, Dwenger 7-0 over Northside. That was in the second. Loras leading Wayne 10-6. Around Northeast Indiana at the half, Adams Central 14-7 over Eastside. South Adams in the second leads Belmont 42-7. Bluffton over Manchester at the half 18-7. Norwell over Heritage 21-0 in the second. Halftime, Leo 26-0 over Angola, and Leo has become Peyton Place.
Yeah,
Peyton Wall, 3 more touchdowns tonight for the Lions. DeKalb over Garrett up in DeKalb County for bragging rights there. The Barons over the Railroaders 20-15. East Noble 7-0 over Mishawaka.
That is actually not true.
Oh,
they lead 21-14, I believe.
Who's got the 21?
East Noble.
East Noble 21.
Bailey Parker having another big night.
All right, so only missed about 4 touchdowns there. Mississauga leads New Haven 17-7. And exciting game in LaGrange. This has been going back and forth. Cherubusco leads Lakeland 24-22. And West Noble leads Wawasee at the half 7-6. So that's all the scores we have. Again, it's 8-6 here with Southside leading Northrop. Why don't we step aside once again as we're at halftime at Archer Field. Back with more on SummitCitySports.com in just a moment.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad.
Welcome back to Southside High School. The Archers lead the Bruins 8-6 here at halftime. In a sloppy first half, we've had some exciting plays, some big plays here in the second half. A 100-yard punt return by the fumble recovery by the Archers to give them the lead here after the 2-point conversion. I'm joined here at the Drive Kelly halftime show with athletic director here at Southside, Torrey Curry, in his second year, and a big week here at Southside.
It is. It's opening week. My first fall sports ever as an athletic director after almost 12 plus years of being on the sideline as a football coach. So it's a little different being not on the sideline.
And the best part about the fall right now is you don't have to deal with rain like you had to last spring.
That is correct. A lot of rescheduled baseball and softball, but hey, it paid off for us in baseball, back-to-back sectional championships. So, and I think that kind of led to someone's place getting struck by some lightning in a storm too.
Yeah, that's what we hear. They blame us for it, evidently. So, struck by lightning twice in 1 year. But overall, for the Southside Archers athletic program, on the rise.
We are. Our numbers are up. When you look nationally, and there's a national report came out, the numbers are down mainly because football's down. But we're adding kids. We've got a lot of our multi-sport kids starting to come out. Just in the last week, 5 of our basketball players decided, hey, I want to be part of football. Cross country, we are total combined over 30 kids. Girls soccer, 30 young ladies playing. Boys soccer, 30 plus. Girls golf, we started off with 1. We're now at 7 and maybe closing in on 10. So we've been getting a lot of clubs donated, but it's great because ultimately, if you follow us on Twitter, we do the hashtag 22=1. And my viewpoint on that is we have 21 sports, including cheerleading, and that 22nd piece is Archer Nation, that community where we got to have everybody involved and everybody pulling in the right direction. I believe we are.
Absolutely. You take a look. I see some people aren't in uniform tonight, and I know who they are because they're just not eligible yet. They've got to meet the recommended practices that they have to get eligible to play. And once Coach gets Northrop gets those guys out, he's going to be a little deeper on both the offense and defense. But the numbers overall, you see it. There's excitement in the school. Girls basketball has been outstanding the last couple of years, forever, since Juanita got here. Coach Foster's got the basketball program going in the right way. You can tell Coach Northrop, he's hired some new coaches, new philosophies, and it seems to be working out here at South.
It is, and it's ultimately, as I took last year to really sit back and observe coaches in their element, they are leading our student athletes in the right way. Wins and losses, those will come and go, but if you want your young son or your young daughter to become a great man or a great lady, Southside's the place to be. Our coaches, we're built on the foundation of words and actions. Don't say it unless you mean it, and if you're going to say it, back it up. But that's also then those actions in the classroom and in the community. Be a positive impact. Help that neighbor out. Go to class, be on time, because ultimately, if you've got the talent to go to the next level, then when that coach comes in, we're going to be honest, and sometimes it's brutal honest, and it's going to help you out or it's going to get you going in the right way.
I know when I get that ISS list or the tardy list, I told the guys at our baseball meeting this past week, I said, listen, if you guys can stay off that list and I don't have to look at it every day, we'll have a great party at some point during the season because you will have earned it. And we see that now. We don't see a lot of our guys and gals on that list that are athletes.
And we're already, 14 days in, and we've not really had any of our student athletes in ISS. Some of our freshmen are figuring out what high school's about. We're going to work with them. We're about second, 50 chances, however many chances, to help you become the man or woman you're supposed to be.
Absolutely. So, we're going to let you go because I know you got to get back to work here. I know you turned your walkie-talkie down to be able to talk here with us. So good luck the rest of the season, and I'm sure I'll talk to you very soon.
You will. Go Archers.
Go Archer Nation for sure. That was Torrey Curry, the athletic director, second-year athletic director here at Southside. We'll take a quick time out. When we come back, Jim Measle the Measle will be back on the mic. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Welcome back, everybody, to Archer Field at Southside High School. Yes, the score is correct. The Southside Archers leading the Northrop Bruins 8-6. Archers looking to end a long losing streak. They played a good ball game last week against Concordia for about 2.5, 3 quarters, but things kind of got away from them in the final quarter. Tonight, a sloppy affair to say the least, with 7 turnovers between the two teams. 4 for Southside, 3 for Northrop. Taking a look at the stats, first down, 6 for Northrop, 4 for Southside. These stats are unofficial. Rushing yardage and a big edge for the Bruins, 136 for Northrop, 22 for Southside. The Archers have the edge in passing, 38 yards for them, 5 yards for Northrop. So total yards, 141 for Northrop, 60 for Southside. The penalty yardage, Northrop 2 penalties for 16 yards and 7 penalties against Southside for 58 yards. We saw some wackiness in that first half there, Ryan, and hopefully the two teams settle down and give us some better football here in half number 2.
Yeah, so many fumbles. Actually, Northrop had the ball a total of 10 times. They started a total of 3 times in Archer territory, got no points out of it. Oddly, their only points came after a really long drive, and Southside's been going backwards, forwards for most of the night. The fumble recovery and return, the big part of the game for the Archers. Can the Archers get anything going on offense? They lost Caudell, it looks like, for the rest of the game. He's out there with just a T-shirt on now. And so some other players are going to have to step up for the Archers. Northrop's had a definite advantage on the ground and through most of the half. So if they can hold on to the ball, somebody's going to walk out of here with a win.
Remember, Northrop won the toss and deferred, so that's why they get the ball to start the second half. A short kick, and returning it for the Bruins, that is Adrian Scott, one of the up men, and Scott is out to near midfield at the 48-yard line.
Good return. We got an Archer player down right at about their own 45-yard line, Jim, and the trainers will head out onto the field. I did see a Dwenger score. I believe it was 29-0. The Archers lead, and I know Lures was beating Wayne, I believe, maybe 16-7.
Temperature has dropped to 69 degrees now. We're at 75 degrees at kickoff, and unfortunately, the Archers suffering another injury. We do not know who it is. The young man is on his back and is surrounded by trainers. That comes on the opening play of the second half. As we mentioned, the Archers already losing Kyle Caudell, one of their key defensive players. I noticed a number of Archer, I don't know if they were walking wounded or not eligible, on the sidelines before the game. Ryan.
Yeah, many non-eligible ones. A lot of the basketball players just now coming out for Southside, and they've got to get, I believe 10 practices in before they're eligible to play. And one of the running backs was on the sideline, Detarius McClendon, who would have been maybe their starting running back, who was badly injured in the scrimmage when he tore both his ACL and his MCL. So he'll go under the knife here shortly. And hopefully we can get him back during our sectional baseball run at the end of the season here at Southside. But Southside losing some numbers here. I think that young man that got up and walked off the field is going to be okay.
Yeah, Reed, the young man, Daquan Reed, number 22, walking towards the sideline gingerly. First down and 10 for Northrop at their own 48-yard line. 4 receivers, 3 on the right. High snap from center. Cowan off the right side. Cut down. Excellent pursuit by the Archer defense. And no gain for Cowan.
Javarius Jones coming up from his linebacker position and putting a stop on Cowan there. Yeah, Jones actually coming from all the way across the field for the tackle.
Second down and 10 for the Bruins at their own 48-yard line. There's wide receiver down here on the side, better be careful. He's not lined up offside. 2 receivers on each side. Hoot to the air. Hoot throws too far for his intended receiver on the far side. And that was intended for Menson. And now we have a whistle after the play. And let's see what this is all about.
That was way back there on the backside of the defense, wasn't it?
Pass interference to call on Southside. There is a flag down on the far side at the 47. So apparently that's where the interference took place.
Man, that's usually in the area of holding, not pass interference. Because that ball was, thrown a good 25, 30 yards down the field.
And that's 8 penalties against Southside for 73 yards. And a first down for Northrop. That's their 7th first down of the night. Again, these stats are unofficial because I keep them. And they're very unofficial.
We trust you.
First down at the south side, 37 now, following the penalty. Northrop trailing 8-6. Quarterback keeps the ball. That's Hoot. And Hoot picks up 5 yards. He faked the belly dive and kept it for 5 yards.
Showed some good patience there. Waited for some daylight to open up, and he sprinted through it. Now the Bruins getting close to the red zone once again.
10:52 to go, third quarter. Southside 8, Northrop 6. 3 receivers on this side, 1 to the right. Ball's at the Archer 32. And it's Cowan. Cowan is stopped short of the first down at the 29-yard line. That'll bring up third down.
Maxwell Burney brings him down after a couple yards.
We've called his name a lot tonight.
And then Northrop going fast here.
Yes, they're going no huddle. They did this earlier. 3rd and 2 at the 29. Whoops, before the snap. Looks like the Archers couldn't hold their water. But that's offside on south side. That's a first down for Northrop, and indeed it is.
And that was Burney, who's trying to get a quick jump there. Jumped right through that B gap and got called for the offside. Now Northrop in business once again.
78 yards and penalties against the Archers in this game. So Northrop putting together a nice drive here, trying to get the lead for the first time tonight. First down at the 24-yard line of Southside. 2 receivers on each side. Hoot, bubble screen, has a man. Look out, Pettis. Pettis is...
He dropped the ball.
That's a fumble. Or was he down?
Oh, no, they said he was down. We'll take a look at that on the Traction AP replay here.
First down, Northrop, Ryan.
Pettis here runs over the middle, gets hit. That should have been a fumble.
Now we have an official timeout with 9:52 to go in the third quarter.
That ball was out before his knees or hand ever hit the ground.
Well, unlike in the pros and in college, replay is not available at the high school level. And why the play was stopped here, we don't know. We just see one of Fort Wayne's finest speeding by on Clinton Avenue.
I think we had an official here on the near side being checked out by one of the trainers.
Okay. Well, out of all that, it's first down for Northrop at the south side 11-yard line. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Cowan, the lone setback. And Hoot will throw into the end zone. Incomplete. Boy, there was some jostling there, but no flag.
Pettis, the go-to receiver here in the second half for the Bruins, and they just try to throw a fade to him in that right corner. Just not enough air underneath it, and Pettis couldn't get turned around fast enough.
Second down and 10 at the 11-yard line. 8-6, Southside with the lead over Northrop, but the Bruins again are in the red zone. Option look, and it's a fumble! The ball is loose, and Southside has it! Northrop turned away again on a turnover. They fumble the ball away, and the Archers get it back, and they will start at their own 38-yard line.
Yeah, good pitch. Nope, a high pitch right through the hands of the running back, and the Archers pick it up, and they're in business.
Looked like Reed recovered the fumble, the young man who was shaken up a few plays ago. And that's 4 fumbles for Northrop.
And the Archers, where are they going to start at? Their own 34?
34-yard line.
So they avoid disaster again, do the Archers.
Unbelievable.
They must have ate their Lucky Charms.
9:24 to go in the third quarter. Southside with the ball back, leading 8-6 over Northrop. And it's Clark back in at quarterback. The Archers keep the ball on the ground, and a nice gain on first down. Their first play from scrimmage here in the second half. The ball carrier was Manny Knight, and he picked up about 9 yards in the play.
Maybe the Archers might want to go a little up-tempo offense. I know that's not what they're trying to do this year, but you get second and short, sometimes that's a good time to do it.
I see now a flag on the far side of the line of scrimmage. And that nice run by Knight will be wiped out on the south side penalty, a false start. So the jury will disregard that last play. And that's 83 yards in penalties against the Archers. They've been flagged 10 times. So instead of 2nd and 1, it's 1st and 15 for Southside at their own 29-yard line. Just over 9 minutes to play in the third quarter. Archers on top, 8-6. Northrop shows blitz, and they jumped offside.
Well, they're going to just trade 5 yards.
It's going to be offside on the defense, and that's only the third penalty on Northrop for 21 yards. So we're back to being 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Archers at their own 34. Has not been a well-played game by any stretch of the imagination, but it's been exciting. Clark.
Oh, nice step up.
Keeps the football. Shovel pass, and it's caught. That's a first down to midfield. 16 yards on that pickup.
Was that Jones again?
I don't see any flags this time.
Yeah. Knight with the catch.
All right, first down to the 50-yard line. That's a 16-yard pickup out of all that. First down number 5 for the Archers. And the ball is at midfield. 8:23 to go, third quarter. Here's Clark's pass. He's got a man open in the flat. And a pickup of 7 yards to the 43-yard line. Oh, there's another flag down. Oh, man. All these flags. There's just no rhythm to the game whatsoever. Let's see what this one is all about.
Looks like it's going to be a...
It's on Northrop the way.
It's on Northrop.
That's a personal foul face mask on the Bruins.
So add 15 yards to the end of that play.
Well, the receiver was down at the 43. The flag was thrown at the 48. And it looks like, Ryan, they're going to mark it off in the spot of infraction. And that'll be 15 big ones right there.
So they didn't take the play, they took the penalty.
Correct. Fourth penalty on Northrop for 36 yards. First down south side, there's 6. Ball is at the Northrop 33-yard line. First down for Southside. And Southside, after getting a turnover in their red zone, marching. They're leading 8-6. And it's a handoff, and that play is not going to work. Manny Knight is swallowed up and dropped for about a 5-yard loss. The Bruins knew what was coming. So second down and 15 now for Southside. The ball's at the Northrop 38-yard line. Clock is running, 7:40 left in the third quarter. Southside 8, Northrop 6. The big difference in the game is that Southside got a conversion following their touchdown and Northrop failed.
That last play, Jim, boy, I'll tell you what, they totally missed all the blocks there to allow Northrop to come in there and get the stop. Ooh,
here's an option. Dangerous. Boy, that's a deep option, and it's going to be a loss of a couple of yards. So a loss of 2 brings up third down and 17.
Yeah, Southside tried to show something a little bit different there, but the Bruins stayed in their respective lanes there and were able to shut that play down, as their Southside not able to come up with anything on that little bit of trickery there as they ran some motion that time. And see if they go in the air once again, third and very long.
Line, the gain is the 23. Third and 17 for the Archers. Here's a play action fake. Clark's pass is incomplete. Almost at the 20-yard line.
That was intended for Knight once again.
Fourth and 17. What does Coach Norfleet want to do here?
I think you got to punt it. Your punter's done a great job pending Northrop back. I think you got to punt it.
Trevor Hapner has flipped the field position over a couple of times.
Well, they better make up their mind because they're going to have to use a timeout to punt the ball here.
Play clock is down to 10, and it looks like they're going to have to burn a precious timeout here.
To punt.
4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and here's the timeout taken by the Archers. So we'll step aside. Southside on top 8-6. Back in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
All right, welcome back to Archer Field. 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Southside will punt the ball away here on 4th and 17 from the Northrop 40, leading 8-6. Hapner, who's had a fine night kicking the ball, gets off another nice punt inside the 10, and it rolls into the end zone for a touchback. So it'll be first down for the Bruins at their own 20. Let's tell you that Parkview Sports Medicine is the area's largest integrated sports medicine team, specialized in serving every level of athlete, no matter if they're trying to get better at what they do or recovering from an injury. Our experts coordinate your care in state-of-the-art facilities in our community. To start your journey, visit us at ParkviewSportsMedicine.com. Parkview Sports Medicine sponsoring our pregame show this year as well.
Great sponsors this year. We keep getting more each week too, Jim.
Yes, our numbers continue to grow. We appreciate that. All right, Northrop Bruin ball, their own 20-yard line, trailing 8-6. 6:22 to go in the third quarter. And it's Cowan. Cowan stopped after a gain of 1, and that Southside defense continues to be stingy.
I actually think Caudell's back in the game, Jim. He is. He's playing that left outside end position.
Well, that's great to see for the Archers. Second down and 9 for Northrop at their own 21-yard line. Coming down to 5.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Hoot has time. Wants it all, and it's incomplete at midfield.
He's looking for number 18. Jaquay White. Yeah, oddly, they have him listed at the other quarterback position.
And now Northrop faces 3rd and long, deep in their own territory. 3rd and 9 from the 21. Line the gain is to 30.
You know, the Bruin offensive line has actually given him time to throw the ball. He just hasn't been able to get on the same page with his wide receivers.
2 receivers to the right. 1 to the near side, out of the pistol. And Hoot again has time. He throws one down the far side, jump ball, and it's over the head of his intended receiver at about the 50-yard line. That pass intended for Scott, and Northrop goes 3 and out.
Wilson on the coverage there for the Archers, number 14. He had good inside position on Pettis, and Hoot has just not been able to complete those deep balls. I think if you're Coach Dorfler, you go back to those quick passes over the middle to Pettis at some point. He's been open on most of those.
4th and 9. And Tarek Bajoric is in the punt. Southside should get decent field position here. Now whistles and a Northside timeout. So that will leave both teams with 2 timeouts. Why don't we keep it here?
Yep.
And kind of reset things. 5:36 to go in the 3rd quarter. Southside 8 and Northrop 6. There goes a dump truck being hauled away.
Yeah, we've got light police officers directly across the street from us.
Over there on Parnell.
You know what? On Lafayette, I believe that's Lafayette over there that they're very close to. So,
right.
Wow. But you know what? This game, not as many turnovers here in the second half.
Nope.
I think just 2?
Just one.
Just one here in the second half. But it's early.
Unfortunately, that looks to be an accident over there.
Absolutely.
I see a couple of
wreckers now.
Yeah. Hopefully nothing serious as far as injuries. All right, waiting for the punt from Bajoric. He gets it out of there.
Whoa.
Almost blocked. Nice high punt. And it's going to be taken at the 42. And still on his feet to midfield to the 40. Inside the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Alford with the return there. We'll take a look at this in the Traction AP replay. We're probably not going to see the end of the run here, but that was Caudell that almost blocked that.
And Alford with about a 20-yard return, setting up Southside in Northrop territory at the 38-yard line. And again, our apologies for our hesitation in calling Southside players, but it's getting to a point now with darkness here, the sun gone. It's just, you almost cannot see those dark numbers on the dark green jerseys.
The cameraman getting us some good shots here.
It's a running play for Manny Knight, and Knight, after a bit of a mix-up there and a handoff, managed to get 8 yards.
You get that feeling that Southside's just starting to figure it out with that offensive line. They're figuring out the right way to block. They're all in sync, and just a lot of base blocking there, and they're able to open up a hole off that left side. Caudell is over there on the left side. He's got Hapner right next to him on all of these runs.
Under 5 minutes to play now in the 3rd quarter. Southside 8, Northrop 6, and we got ourselves a nail-biter here after all the blowouts in the SAC last week.
And only one of them this week seems to be a blowout that we know of, and that's Dwenger and Northside.
On 2nd and 3, the Archers will get the first down and plenty more. Oh, the ball's out. That ball is still loose at around the 15-yard line. A mad scramble. Northrop says they have it, and they do.
Wow, another turnover right when Southside gets something going.
And that's fumble number 4 for Southside. 5 turnovers now for the Archers compared to 4 for the Bruins.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who that was. Number 18 stripped it out for the Bruins. He threw his big paw in there, White, and stripped it out right at the end of the play.
Well, the Bruins get the ball back, but they're deep in their own territory. They start at the 14-yard line. 4:27 to go, third quarter. 9 turnovers in this game.
A new quarterback in there again too, Jim.
Tashari back in at quarterback for the Bruins. On first down, his pass too high, as it was intended for Pettis. Incomplete pass brings up second down and 10 for Northrop at their own 14-yard line.
Northrop just no rhythm in the passing game. They didn't have it last week against Homestead. They still haven't found it here tonight against a much improved Southside defense.
Well, I got them with only 15 yards in the air right now, Ryan. Second down and 10 for the Bruins of Northrop at their own 14-yard line. They trail 8-6. And a handoff to Cowan. Cowan with a bit of a hole. Gets up to the 19-yard line. A flag is down. We've said that a lot tonight.
I think it was a face mask on the Archers.
Well, that's going to be the 15th penalty in this game. We've had 15 penalties and 9 turnovers.
Yeah, it was right when he went to grab him. He had his hand inside his face mask. And that's 15-yard now on Southside Northrop. You know, this game is like anything you can do, I can do better type game right now with turnovers. Oh, yeah, you can turn it over in the red zone, so can I.
First down for Northrop. That's their 9th. That's 11 penalties against Southside for 98 yards.
Something's got to give, right?
In the words of Bill Walton, somebody step up.
Yes.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side. 4 minutes to play, third quarter. 8-6 Archers. Quarterback Tachari keeps the ball, and he's not going very far, maybe a yard, and that's it.
Trying to see who this defensive end was for the Southside Archers. I think it was either 55 or, yeah, it is 55. He was able to turn the quarterback back inside. That's Fombi. Even though he didn't make the tackle, he got contained on the quarterback and made him come back inside where the rest of the defenders were. And now a second and long for Northrop.
Clock running, 3:25 to go, third quarter. Second down and 9 for the Bruins. Kachari fires on the near side, jump ball, broken up, incomplete. Pass intended for Sewell. And a fine defensive play here by Javante Malone.
Yeah, he got inside position again. You know, the defensive backs have played really well for the Archers on all the deep passes. They've gotten good inside leverage and been able to keep that ball away from the wide receiver. And now it's third and long for the Northrop Bruins. 3:16 to play here in the third quarter, Jim.
Traffic note, you might want to avoid Lafayette near Southside High School for a while. That looks like a real mess over there as they clear away a traffic accident, 2-vehicle crash. All right, here's Tachari throwing on the far side, and it's incomplete as he missed connections with Menson, and Northrop has to kick the ball away on 4th and 9. Stops the clock with 3:11 to go in the third quarter. All those scoring chances Northrop had in the first half that they could not cash in on. All those red zone chances, they left a lot of points in the field in the first half. Southside's only score has come on defense. A 100-yard fumble return by Dylan Jackson.
Speaking of a Dylan Duff with the Snyder Panthers gave them the lead 14-7 on a 59-yard touchdown pass, but now they're tied up.
Here's the boot, and it's going to take a Northrop bounce inside the 35, inside the 30, and it's going to roll dead at the 27-yard line. So that's where Southside will take over. 16, 26, and 36, about a 40-yard punt there. Dorian has now reached Category 4.
Yeah, I just saw that. I got an update that it has hit a level 4. And it was funny. It's not funny, but my cousin lives in Titusville, Florida, and they had direct impact. Guess where? In Titusville, Florida.
Yikes. Well, Florida and the Bahamas on high alert now, unfortunately. Dorian has now reached Category 4. First down for Southside of their own 27-yard line. Archers on top, 8-6. And they'll run it. Yeah, that's a nice play on first down. across the 45 to the 48-yard line. Hard running there by number 4, and that's Marcus Allen White. 19 yards.
And we're seeing the Archers start to open up their offense a little bit, showing some different formations right here. They set up 3 guys to the left, just offset, and then they run a little inside play, get a good block there by Hapner to open up a lane, and then Allen picks up the rest of the yards with some good hard running.
Little misdirection action there, a new look. I think that's the first time we've seen that type of play tonight for the Archers. Ball's at their own 47-yard line. Option look this time. Quarterback calls his own number and gets good yardage. He's into Northrop territory at the 45-yard line. As it was Latimer calling his own number. Let's call it a 6-yard gain. Let's call it 2nd down and 4 for the Archers at the Northrop 47-yard line. We have had no scoring in the second half. 2:26 to go in the third. Southside 8, Northrop 6. You can feel the tension building here at Archer Field. On 2nd and 4, Latimer off the left side. Look at him fight for that yardage. He is hard to get down, isn't he? First down, Archers.
I got a feeling that Coach Norfleet at halftime told Mr. Lattimore, if I put you back in to play quarterback and you run the ball, you better have it with 2 hands, and he certainly did on that play.
Guy in the white hat, his arm may fall off the way he's waving it to get the clock started. He was emphatically telling the clock operator to start it. First down for Southside at the Northrop 39 as we come down to 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Ball's at the Northrop 39, 1st and 10 for the Archers. Again, a misdirection play, and they got running room off the left side. There goes Malone. And Malone looks to have another first down. Out of bounds, looks like he's inside the 25 at the 23.
That's the same play the Archers ran about 3 or 4 minutes ago, and they do it again. Another little inside handoff there.
That's 10 first downs for Southside, and they're at the Northrop 23. You know, if they get a score here and a conversion, that would make it a 2-possession game. They're leading right now 8-6.
Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, Jim.
Yeah, this is the type of game you really can't assume anything. 4 yards on that pickup. Ooh, the young man who carried the ball is down. And they're going to have to stop play here with 1:47 to go in the third.
Not sure where his injury is, but take a look around here, see if we can get you some scores. Let's see here. I know Snyder and Carroll tied at 17.
Andre Moore is the injured player right now. And he's being attended to.
I'm sorry, touchdown pass. John Barnes to J.D. Wells for 3 yards, and Snyder leads 21-14.
I tell you what, Carroll showing tonight that they are for real.
Hey, how about Lures? 23-12.
Over Wayne, nice bounce back there for the Generals after what happened to them last week. Well, the young man who was shaken up on the play, Andre Moore Jr., a senior, comes off. That's good to see. So we're ready to resume action now.
I got a feeling that he got hit where you don't want to get hit. Do you know what I mean, Jim?
Yeah, the hand is up.
Exactly.
Well, they're still clearing that accident over there. All right, play ready to resume now. They start the clock up again. 2nd down and 7 for Southside at the 20-yard line of Northrop. Archers on top, 8-6. Oh, look out. Down goes Clark, and a big loss back to about the 29-yard line.
Actually, that was a good play by Clark. If he would have tried to have thrown that, I think he would have definitely been intercepted or could have even fumbled on that play.
They will mark him down to the 27. So a loss of about 7 brings up 3rd and 14 for Southside at the Northrop 27. Game clock at 35, play clock at 13. Line the gain is the 13-yard line. 3 receivers to the left. Clark bobbles the snap, keeps it, and down he goes to the 32-yard line.
And that'll be the final play.
And that's it. That'll be a loss of 5, and the third quarter clock is going to expire. We have yet to have a score here in the second half, so we got 12 minutes to go in this one. After 3 quarters, Southside 8 and Northrop 6. Back with the fourth and final quarter following this timeout on SummitCitySports.com.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Archer Field. Jim Measle with you, along with Ryan Dellinger and our cameraman, Dave Peterson. 12 minutes to go in this one. Can Southside end an 11-game losing streak? They're up 8-6 over Northrop. Snyder leads Carroll 21-14 in the fourth. In the game of tremendous interest tonight in the SAC. Adams Central now leads Eastside 21-14 in the fourth. And we have DeKalb leading Garrett now 35-22 in the fourth quarter. East Noble 27-22 over Mishawaka. This is Cinema 24-7 over New Haven. Well, Southside will go for it here on 4th and 19. Line against the 13-yard line. Quarterback still has it across the 30. And he's out of bounds. We have a penalty flag down as well. As they're trying to look around the wall here to see the end of the play.
It was a hold on, I believe, the tight end for Southside.
If he's short of the first down, then Northrop will decline the penalty. They do, and the Bruins will take over the football. As we're just underway here in the fourth quarter. Bruins decline the penalty.
I do hear the announcer here, Jim, telling the students to call their rides to get here to pick them up. If you are watching at home, decided not to come to the game, and you are coming to pick up your son or daughter, there is an accident directly across from the field on Lafayette. I'm not sure if what that street is over there directly across, but there is an accident. So if you're coming down that way, be aware of that as you come to Southside.
And it's Cowan. Cowan with a big run across the 35 to the 38-yard line. 13 yards and a Northrop first down. The Bruins have been very effective on the ground tonight. They've really struggled in the passing game, though.
Yeah, and they'll keep their backup quarterback in there. There's a whistle.
And we have a shaken up Southside player. That's the reason for the stoppage. As it's Bernie who is slow to get up at the 40-yard line. That stops the clock with 11:37 to go in regulation. Timeout situation. We got both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Southside 8, Northrop 6, just underway here in the fourth and final quarter at Archer Field. And all the scoring came in the first half. Dylan Jackson for Southside returned a fumble, 100 yards for a touchdown. Lattimore got the 2-point conversion, which right now is the difference. That came with 1:39 to go in the first. Elijah Fincher with an 18-yard run for Northrop's only touchdown with 10:03 to go until halftime. The conversion failed, and that, again, the difference in the scoreboard is that Southside got their conversion following their touchdown, and Northrop did not. Of course, Northrop left a lot of points in the field in the first half. Numerous chances in the red zone, and nothing to show for it. The other part of this game, the sloppiness. 5 turnovers against Southside, 4 against Northrop. We've had a total of 15 penalties between the two teams. 11 against Southside, 4 against Northrop. Playback underway. We almost had another turnover.
Oh, I don't know. I think South might have got this.
No indication yet from the Stripes. They're unpiling at the line of scrimmage, and it will remain Northrop ball at their own 38-yard line.
Take a look at it again on the Traction AP replay here. Just a high snap, mishandled by the quarterback as I believe he was going to hand it off.
Tachari throws from the far side. He has a man, that's Menson. And Menson is out of bounds into the Northrop bench. They will knock him or spot him out of bounds at the 43-yard line after a gain of 5.
Score update, it's all Homestead, Jim. 35-0 over Concordia.
So Homestead will go to 2-0.
DeWanger to 2-0.
3rd down and 5 for Northrop at their own 43. Line the gain is to 48. 2 receivers to the left. They'll run it up the middle. And Cowan breaks the tackle, gets the first down, and gets in the south side territory. And he's down to the 46-yard line. Hard running there by Cowan.
He's been pretty effective in this game, running inside the tackles for Northrop, and see if they stayed with him. We have not called the other running back's name in quite a long time.
Cowan, Cowan 11 carries for 83 yards by our count. Green has 10 carries for 43 yards. That's 11 first downs now for Northrop. They have the ball at the Archer 46. And Tachari keeps the ball, faking the handoff to Cowan. Tachari with running room across the 35, down to the south side 32-yard line. 14 yards and another first down. They are matriculating the ball down the field here all of a sudden.
Yeah, it looks like both defenses are getting winded. They've been on the field a lot. White just wisely read. That's just a little read option play there for him. He read the defensive end cracking down on his running back there and was able just to pull it back and go for a big gainer for Northrop.
Bruins are at the south side 33. First down for Northrop. They trail 8-6. Coming down to 10 minutes to play in regulation. Tachari flings it out here in the right flat. Bubble screen. Pettis. He's got running room. Pettis is cut down close to a first down at the 23-yard line.
That has been their bread and butter in the passing game tonight. Just that quick pass right to Pettis as he cuts over the middle on the slant or the bubble screen and is able to pick up first down yardage.
Bruins going no huddle again. 3 receivers to the left. First down number 12 for Northrop. And it's another running play. And this one doesn't work. Cowan dropped for a loss at the 24-yard line. Accident's been cleaned up. The tow trucks are gone. The police cars are gone. So that accident's been cleared.
Yeah, we actually see traffic going across over there too.
Second down and 11 from the south side 24. 3 receivers to the left. They may be checking off here. Play clock is at 12. They got plenty of time. 8-6 favor south side. A little bit of confusion now as Tatari looked at his wristband. Now goes over to the bench. 3 seconds, 2 seconds to get the play off in time. Tachari wants it all. Down the near side. Into the end zone and nearly intercepted. As that one was thrown in the double coverage.
Take a look at it again on replay here. Kari White, not sure what he wanted to run here, and so he goes with the deep fade ball to the back corner. Almost picked off by the Archers.
Pettis draws a crowd, doesn't he?
He sure does. And his second, is it 3rd down and 12? Or
3rd and 12.
3rd and 12.
Line the gain is the 12.
And this is definitely 4-down territory.
Under 9 minutes to play, 8:55. 3 receivers to the left. Gachari looks that way. Now he'll run. He's at the 20, tripped up as he crosses the 20 and falls forward to the 18-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down and 6.
Well, we know their field goal kicker's got the leg to make it from this distance. He missed wide left, but it looks like they're going to go for it, Jim.
He's not out there.
See if they try to draw the Archers off sides.
Line the gain is to 12. 4th down, we'll call it 6.
Biggest play of the game for the
checking off again. And now I think Northrop's going to take a timeout. 8:21 to go in regulation. Bruins take a timeout, and that leaves Northrop with 1 timeout. We'll kind of reset things here, Ryan. 8:21 to go in regulation. Southside 8, Northrop 6. Biggest play of the game coming up out of this Northrop timeout as they have the ball at the 18-yard line. Scoreboard says 4th down and 4. So the line, the gain is to 14. Well, you call it a quarterback draw here?
I think so. He's been the most effective runner, him or the other running back that's had a good night for them. Who was that? Oh, they're going to try a field goal, Jim.
You brought that up, and they must have heard you.
So it's going to be, what, a 35-yarder?
Bajaric has this kind of leg. Earlier, he missed a 38-yarder that had distance, but not the accuracy. It's right in the middle of the field. This would give Northrop the lead from 35 yards out. It is spotted, it is booted, and it's blocked. Somebody got a hand on it. And Southside turns Northrop away again.
Wow. And we'll take a look at it again on replay here. It was a good snap, a good hold, but the Southside Archers all came right up the gut and were able to block it.
I tell you what, you can start to feel the excitement building here on the Archers side.
That was either Hapner or Caudell with that block.
As we've mentioned, it's been a long dry spell for the Archers. Is this the night? You know, you kind of start to get that feeling as what happened last year when Northside ended their long losing streak when they beat Lourdes. 1st down for Southside at the 20. And the Archers run the football for a couple of yards. Remember now, Northrop only has 1 timeout left. Moore, who's getting some touches here in the second half, carried the ball there. 2nd down and 8 now for Southside at their own 22. Under 8 minutes to play. 7:52, Ryan.
Archers just want the clock to run here. You know, to get a couple first downs, and you can let Hapner punt it to the other side of the field. That's as good as it gets right now for the Archers. If they can do that and get at least 1 first down, maybe 2, they can almost run the clock out.
On 2nd and 8, play action fake, and somebody for Northrop didn't buy that fake. An excellent defensive play by Antoine Scott, a defensive back. He had 46 tackles last year, and he makes a big play right there for the Bruins on defense.
He did not go for the play action and stayed home. And then Clark just ran right into him. So now it's 3rd down and long for the Archers again. I think you've got to keep the ball on the ground, don't you, Jim? Let that clock tick, tick, tick.
Make that clock be your 12th man if you're Southside. Under 7 minutes to play. 3rd and 16 for Southside at their own 14-yard line. Line the gain is to 30. Clark in trouble again. He gets away. He'll have to run 20, 25, and slides in safely at the 25. Well short of the first down, but he avoids a big hit.
That was a good play by the quarterback that kept the clock running. He did have Jones open, but it would have been a difficult pass, and he wisely kept it, tucked it, and ran. And that's going to run, about 25 seconds off before the Archers have to do anything with the ball here. And can they, the defense of Southside, stand on their head one more time here in the second half?
Hapner is in punt formation. 6:10, the clock continues to run. Back deep is Vaughn Cruz for Northrop.
Northrop doesn't believe they're going to punt it.
High snap! Hapner picks it up. He gets away. He still has the football. He's running. And he's going to be brought down inside the 20 at about the 15-yard line. Oh, my goodness.
He got a fingertip on it. Lucky it didn't go into the end zone, and he scrambled to the right, and nobody over there for him. And now Northrop set up once again.
You believe this?
Great field position at the 26.
This game is bordered on wackiness tonight. It's been interesting, to say the least. It's been exciting.
Very exciting.
We won't have anybody writing about all these blowouts in the SAC.
Just when you think you know what's going to happen, you don't.
5:51 to go. One timeout left for Northrop. Bruins left a ton of points on the field in the first half with missteps in the red zone. Now they got another chance to take the lead. They have not led in this game tonight.
Fumble.
There's a fumble! I think Southside's got it. Waiting for the call. No signal yet from the Stripes.
Oh, second
Recovered
down.
by Northrop. Wow. One of the linemen looked like got the ball back for Northrop. Yes, indeed. That was Damon Bainey, a sophomore, who recovered the fumble. But they lost 5 yards in that play.
Yep. Quick update from the Snyder-Carroll game. Snyder leads 21-20. Snyder blocks an extra point to keep the lead on their side.
The kicking game.
Yes. Darn kickers.
Ask a Bear fan about that. 3 receivers on this side, 1 to the left on second down. Tachari is the quarterback. Takes the snap. He throws from the far side. Got a man! Caught! And give that man 6 points! Touchdown, Bruins!
Take a look on the Traction AP replay here. I believe it was 13. Yes, 13.
Sewell with the touchdown reception, 19 yards, and Tachari put it right on the button. And for the first time tonight, Northrop has the lead. 12-8 Bruins. 5:07 to go in regulation.
Are they going to go for 2? They are.
Yep. This would make it a 6-point lead. They can get the 2-point conversion. So a mistake on special teams for Southside cost them, and now movement on the line before the snap, and flags are down. These officials are going to need some massages for their arms after this game.
They're going to need ice down, aren't they?
Yeah, offside against Southside. That's their 12th penalty tonight. Talk about a dirty dozen.
Not the dozen you want, by the way.
No. Not Lee Marvin or Jim Brown or Telly Savalas, 30 dozen either. So that moves Northrop closer to the goal line as they go for 2. Looking to extend their lead to 6. Quarterback Tachari calls his own number off the left side. Did he get in? He did. Give that man 2 points. 2-point conversion is good. New score on the board. Northrop 14, Southside 8. Back in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
All right, we got a final. DeKalb's beaten Garrett 35-22. And And yet, what was that East Noble score you just gave me?
They're up 30. Let me get back here to it. 34 to 22, maybe.
Right, over Mishawaka. All right. So it looks like the Knights will win in Kendallville tonight. Here, 5:07 to go in regulation. And the Northrop Bruins have their first lead of the night. 19-yard touchdown pass. Issa Tachari to Adrian Sewell. And then Tachari ran in the 2-point conversion. Northrop 14, Southside 8, and the Northrop student body on the far side is making a racket over there.
I think both sides are getting really into the game.
5:07 to go in regulation. Now can Southside respond to this adversity? They're trailing for the first time tonight. Bajorik's kick is in the air. Down to about the 5-yard line. Up to the 10, up to the 20, to the 25. And still fighting for yardage here on the near side. Out of bounds to the 30-yard line.
I think that was Alford on the return.
Yep. And we have another shaken up player, unfortunately. We had a shaken up player for Southside following the 2-point conversion. So they will attend to him as we look at the replay.
And a replay cut off there just a second too early. You're going to pay some bills here, Jim. Talk to some of the...
Well, let's go ahead and take a break here. We'll step aside. 5 minutes to... Well, no, is he getting up? No, he's not. All right. Why don't we step aside? Northrop leads 14-8. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ant in action. Get mad.
All right, back at Archer Field. We're still in a holding pattern here as they attend to the injured Southside player. We don't know who it is, as he's covered up by, hang on, I'm sorry, that's the Northrop player who's down. The Northrop player is shaken up here at the 23-yard line, and they are still attending to that young man. We don't know who he is, as our view is obstructed by coaches and trainers. This comes with 5 minutes to go in regulation, and Northrop leading 14-8 over Southside. Again, Snyder 21-20 over Carroll as the Panthers blocked an extra point. And that game is getting close to being over, if it's not over yet. Looking ahead to next week, Ryan, in week number 3, we got Carroll at Northside, Wanger at Southside, Bishop Lures at Homestead, Snyder will be at Concordia, and Wayne travels to Northrop.
And Wayne getting beat tonight by Lures. I don't know if that's a final yet, but that was getting close. We do have one final, is Columbia City beating Central Noble tonight, 35-8.
So both teams now 1-1 following that. And Cherubusco 38-28 over Lakeland with 7 minutes to go in the ball game, and that's been an exciting game tonight up at LaGrange.
Homestead will move to 2-0 on the season. Final from out at Homestead, 35-6. The Spartans take down the Mighty Cadets. Try to see if there's any other scores here for you. Not much from around here.
Okay, the Northrop player who was shaken up now being helped off the field, and we're unable to pick out a number as the trainers obscure our view of the number.
You know, a play that I think Southside should go back to, Jim, was that inside play they ran.
Yes,
they
that
got good
misdirection
yards,
looked pretty good
both times with that, and they have yet to go back and run that play again. And we'll see if they run it here late in the game.
14-8. Northrop has the lead for the first time in this game. Southside ball. And Latimer, the quarterback, keeps it, and he's hit and driven back.
Big play by the Bruins defense.
Oh, they're jacked up now, boy.
And now we got another whistle, a player down on the field.
And again, this time it's a Southside player who is slow to get up. That stops the clock with 4:46 left in regulation. Northrop 14, Southside 8. And again, we cannot pick out a number who the injured player is. So, Ryan, why don't we step aside here?
So we got a final now for you. It is Snyder beating Carroll 21-20. As I see, this is a few minutes ago. Snyder's in victory formation after Cameron Trotter gets a first down. Carroll cannot stop the clock, and a penalty on Carroll gives Panthers the 1st and 10 at the Carroll 30, and they've gone to victory formation. So Snyder escapes at home tonight over a game Carroll team, and they'll move to 2-0.
A tremendous football game there. And the Chargers look like they are back after that rough season they had in 2018.
Yeah, they had a good game last week against Bishop Luers. Luers bounces back this week and is having a good game against Wayne. And maybe some teams figured out who they were after week number 1, especially the teams that got beat. And we see a lot of effort here. Does that look like it is the tight end?
I really cannot pick out a number. I'm sorry, folks.
We'll get our cameraman to zoom in here for you. Nope.
And I'm not going to speculate.
17.
Well, that's Latimer,
the quarterback.
Jalen Latimer, who got shaken up. And it looks like that's an injury to his left arm, Ryan, the way he's holding it.
Yeah, he took a big shot from behind on that play, so that'll bring in back in Clark.
Clark and Latimer have been sharing duties at quarterback tonight for Southside. When play resumes, the Archers face 2nd down and 13 at their own 27-yard line. Northrop 14, Southside 8. Northrop has 2 timeouts left, as does Southside by our count. Line the gain is the 40 on 2nd and 13. Will Clark put it up here? He's got 3 receivers now on this side. Clark rolls to the near side. Flag is down. The pass is incomplete, and we'll check out the penalty flag. If it's against Southside, more than likely Northrop would decline it and keep the down box moving.
I think it's a legal procedure.
Well, they'll decline that.
It was thrown right in that area. It was. I think the player that came in motion turned upfield too soon.
You know, Ryan, I think they're going to take that penalty. I'm a little bit surprised here. It's only 5 yards.
I mean, really, Southside's had a hard time moving the ball.
They are declining it.
So, yeah, they did. Oh, one of the officials almost marched it back. You look down. He started to march it back, and the other official said, whoa, 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 stay there.
All right, 3rd and 13 with 4:17 to go. I'd like to thank everyone here at Southside for their hospitality. We've had this candy bowl next to me all game, Ryan.
And your popcorn, caramel corn sitting there next to you.
That's going to be eaten on the way home.
Yeah, you've got a nice. You starting college football this weekend?
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
Next weekend, Friday night high school football here. Work Saturday morning, then go to Hillsdale do a college game. I got 2 games in 18 hours.
Nice.
3rd and 13. Line the game's to 40. Clark scrambles, throws. And it is caught, but it's going to be short of the first down at the 35-yard line. 4th down and 4 upcoming.
I think there's a flag.
Oh, my goodness. And Northrop will take the penalty, it looks like.
Yeah, because it'll be a spot of the foul penalty, and that's way back in the backfield.
That is about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage at the 22, and they'll mark it off from there. You penalize from the spot of infraction. And that's over 100 yards in penalties against Southside tonight, 13 of them. We have had, by our count, 145 yards in penalties, along with 9 turnovers. Well, now they're way back. Scoreboard says 3rd and 30.
And the clock's running.
3rd and 30 from the 10. The line that gains the 40. Southside needs a miracle.
Here's a blitz.
Clark throws, got a man. Oh, well defended. Well defended. And who was that man who made the tackle? That was Antoine Scott with an excellent one-on-one tackle over there.
He's had some good plays tonight.
So 4th down, 3:20 remaining. Time becoming a factor. Northrop leading Southside 14-8.
Man, they want to get the snap off. The clock's running.
Coming down to 3 minutes to play. Somebody was late getting on the field. Play clock's at 5.
The
4,
center.
3, 2. Better hurry. Nope, not in time. There's the flag for delay of game, but they let the play go on. They don't blow it dead. And the ball's going to roll down to the 49-yard line. I would imagine they'll make... let's see if Southside will have to kick it again here. And that's penalty number 14 against the Archers. 2:51 left in the scoreboard clock here at Archer Field.
And I don't believe you can take it from the end of the kick in high school. So I believe they're going to make the Archers try and punt again.
Northrop 14, Southside 8. 19-yard touchdown pass from Issa Tachari to Adrian Sewell, putting the Bruins ahead with 5:07 left in regulation. As that score was set up on a high snap on a Southside punt, and they will spot the ball at the Archers' 43-yard line. Northrop will take over.
So evidently you can take it from the end of the kick.
1st down and 10 for the Bruins. Now they look just to run the clock out, leading 14-8. Archers can stop the clock 2 more times. 2 receivers on each side. Hoot back in at quarterback for the Bruins. Cowan the lone setback, and he has the football. Cowan is going to be dropped at the 44 for a loss of 1.
Northrop will be in no hurry here.
Marcus White made the tackle for Southside. Cowan's carried the ball 13 times tonight for 81 yards. Green, we got him for 10 carries on 43 yards.
We'll see Jim here in this last 2 minutes here if South's going to sell out and try to bring some more heat. They'll stay in their base 4-3 defense.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the near side. Hoot out of the pistol, hands it off to Cowan. He's got some running room, breaks a tackle, looks for the 1st down. He has it, 16 yards to the 28-yard line. Cowan with a big second half for the Bruins. He's getting close to 100 yards rushing.
Hey, just found some room on that left side. Ran through a tackle, just stiff arm and through. Now we have a whistle on the field.
And will Southside take one of their 2 timeouts? They do. They can only stop the clock now. 1 more time. 1:53 left in the ball game. 14-8, and let's step aside.
All right.
Let's step aside. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own.
And welcome back to Archer Field, everybody. First down for Northrop at the 29-yard line of Southside, and the Bruins just trying to run the clock out. Big scrum at the 28. Cowan again. Oh, we got another flag on the play here. Stops the clock with 1:46 to go.
Illegal substitution.
Oh, my goodness. Against Southside. Northrop is in very good shape right now. And it looks like the Bruins are going to get out of here with a win. And they're going to escape with a win, Ryan.
Yeah, and that automatic first down now. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 10-yard penalty. And it'll be interesting to see if Southside wants to stick with that timeout they tried to call. They'll probably save it now.
It's going to be 15 yards.
15 yards. Unsportsmanlike. Yeah, it was an unsportsmanlike on Southside.
Southside can only stop the clock one more time, and we're getting into a territory for Northrop where they can go into the victory formation. Not yet. 135. 3 receivers on this side, 1 on the left. Out of the pistol. Dylan Hoot taking all the time in the world. And it's Cowan again. He's over 100 yards tonight. And he's down to the 13, and the Archers will take their final timeout with 1:18 left. So we can give you some more finals here, Ryan. East Noble went over Mishawaka. Big win for the Knights in Kendallville tonight, 34-12. Mississinawa knocked off New Haven, 31-13. DeKalb, the Barons go to 2-0 as they beat county rival Garrett, 35-22. Columbia City, 35-8 over Central Noble. Again, Snyder edged Carroll, 21-20. Wayne is coming back, Ryan, leading Lures. Lures leads Wayne. It's Lures 26, Wayne 18.
And Homestead with a big win tonight, too. 2-0 Snyder, 2-0 DeWanger. I want to thank our sponsors tonight, Jim. Kelly Automotive, Acme Bar and Grill, Kurt's Mio, Indiana Wesleyan, Tom Steel Tire, Big Eyed Fish, Alice Teca, and Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. So each week we had a sponsor, Jim.
It's nice to have.
Yeah, it is. They got to pay you the big bucks since you're under big-time contract here at Summit City Sports.
That's right. Me and Zeke holding out, you know. Here we go. They're going to the victory formation now as Southside is out of timeouts. And Northrop just a minute 18 away from getting to the 500 mark. At 1-1, Southside coming so close to ending that long losing streak. There's the kneel down at the 20-yard line by the quarterback, Dylan Hoot. They'll have to do it one more time, I do believe. We've got a minute 5.
They're actually going to have to try a field goal or something.
That's third down, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know if they realized that was second down. Am I wrong?
They can snap it with less than 40 seconds to go on the game clock, and they'll be fine. They're down to 41, 40, 39, and this will be the last snap of the game. There it is. There's the knee, and there'll be no more football played here tonight. Again, Southside out of timeouts. They helplessly watch that Archer Field scoreboard clock tick down to triple zeros. And the Northrop Bruins, it wasn't pretty, but they get the W. Bottom line, the Bruins get the win here tonight at Archer Field. Your final score, the Northrop Bruins 14 and the Southside Archers 8. Let's take this final timeout. We'll come back with a recap in just a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve.
Welcome back, everybody. Jim Measle at Archer Field along with Ryan Dellinger and Dave Peterson. I'd like to thank our sponsors once again, Kelly Automotive Group, Acme Bar and Grill, also Kurt's Meal, Indiana Wesleyan University, Tom Steele Tire, Big Eyed Fish, Alisteca Mexican Restaurant, Anderson Heating and Cooling, Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning, and of course Parkview Sports Medicine. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We are the region's integrated sports medicine team, provides athletes specialized services from improving their performances to recovering from injuries. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. 14-8, Northrop the winner over Southside tonight as the Archers came so close to ending that long losing streak, Ryan, but in the end, a mistake on special teams cost them the victory.
It sure did. It was just turnover after turnover. How many do we have? 9? 7?
We had a grand total of 9 turnovers in that game.
And that really, it just didn't hurt the Southside offense. It hurt the Northrop offense. They had the ball, 3 times in a row inside the 25-yard line of Southside, got no points out of it. But the Archers were game tonight. Just that one play, the bad snap over the punter's head, cost them the game. They're young team again. Our Southside coach Northrop has a lot to work with. He's going to get some more guys eligible here in the next, probably by the next game, and they're going to need them because I believe they take on Bishop DeWanger next week. Am I right on that one?
Yes, they do have DeWanger back here at Archer Field next Friday night.
Yeah, so they're going to have to come up with a better game plan. I like some of the weapons they have. I like that inside play they kept running. It worked well. It's just they didn't have enough tonight against a Northrop team that just had, about that much more.
And nice to hear the Southside fans below us give their players a big cheer.
Yeah, and I think a lot of them stuck. Well, both sides stuck around for the whole game. It was a lot different than last week's blowouts here in the SAC. We had a few more this week, but congratulations to the Bruins. They're on the board with their first win of the season.
All right, let me give you some final numbers. These are unofficial. First downs, Northrop with 13, Southside with 10. Rushing yards, 188 for Northrop, 47 for Southside. Southside had the edge in the passing, 75-49. Total yards, though, big edge for Northrop, 237 to 122. 4 fumbles for Northrop, also 4 fumbles for Southside and 1 interception. The penalty yardage also a big difference tonight, 15 against Southside for 129 yards, 4 penalties against Northrop for 36 yards. Again, the winning score coming with 5:07 to go in the game. Following a high snap from center on a punt, Northrop took over at in the red zone, and Issa Tachari found Adrian Sewell with a 19-yard touchdown pass. That came with 5:07 to go in the game, and that was the game winner. Northrop winning 14-8.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a good play there. The Northrop passing game could be pretty prolific if they could just figure out which quarterback they want to go with here in the rest of the season. But, you know, these turnovers tonight just really derailed both teams, to be quite honest with you. And Northrop comes away with their first big win of the season, and they'll go on next week, and they will take on Wayne, who at last check was getting beat by Bishop Luers. You know, you better get some rest this weekend, young man, because you got a busy schedule coming up with all your college football getting started. You got high school football. Are you doing water polo as well this year?
No. Water polo is hockey with bad ice. You know that. So that's, and on that note, that's the story tonight here at Archer Field at Southside High School. Again, our thanks to everyone here at Southside for their hospitality. Join us again next week here on SummitCitySports.com. We don't know where we're going to be, but we're going to be somewhere. So that's the story tonight. Again, on behalf of Ryan Dellinger and Dave Peterson, I'm Jim Measles saying that your final score, once again, the Northrop Bruins 14 and the Southside Archers 8. Have a good night, everybody.
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves, and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport 1 Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting me up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. You know, they just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.